All right. Here we are on Ancient. Hello, game. Ancient Cistern in the red. He's Terran. Don't really know him. But he goes by Herald. Not Herald, but Herald. And his opponent in the upper right, he's Protoss in blue. Give it up for Mr. Sissander, a Grandmaster Protoss. I'm going to try to look these guys up on the bracket so I can see where they're going to play. I'm sure you guys are wondering where we're at. The winner goes on to fight Raza, so I kind of picked a weird side. I wish I got Hope. I would have got my boy Hope, and we would have got Kashmir, a really good player. That would have been a ZVZ into Estrella. So if Hope would be Kashmir, which would be a bit of an upset, the winner goes on to fight Estrella. Okay, it's going to be a 2-gate from Mr. Sissander. Opening kind of Patty Mac-like. In base 2-gate. A lot of people have been doing this for a while, actually. They actually have... Alright, here we go. It's going to be a 2-gate core. Kind of like a PvP setup. But you could actually do this and still get a Nexus. It does still check out. Look it. You still get a good time Nexus. People would say, oh, it's kind of delayed. Not really. It's not PBZ, so it all checks out. It's a good time. Everything's pretty normal except for there's 2 gates. What you delay is your gas. That's the sacrifice. There's always a trade with your economy. And needing to get that second gas isn't as much of a priority for a lot of stuff as you'd think. Especially if you're opening double adept. He's not even rushing his warp gate because, well, he just didn't have the gas yet. Actually, he should probably consider getting it if he's going double gate. Oh, is he going to go 4 adepts? Okay, I think he's opening 4 adepts, most likely. We'll see here. I got Fat Kitty jogging around here behind me. No, he's not going to go 4 adepts, but he's going to kill the Reaper. Okay, there's the 4 adepts. And I don't know about those lazy workers. Anyway, our Terran player did open double gas, going right into the factory, building a Widow Mine, of course. And, yeah, it's probably going to be, if I was the guess, going to be the cheeky Armory 111. He's going for a starport right away. We'll see if he goes for an Armory after. First 2 adepts pushing out. There's another 2 behind it. 2 adepts are going to be able to delay the CC. And guess what? He lets the... Oh, wait. Did he cancel the shade? Yeah, he did. 2 adepts actually gonna not get the Widow Mine. Oh, no. Well, that's a little bit of anti-micro right there. Well, no armory yet. The Widow Mine looks like it's in a bit of trouble. The other 2 adepts coming on the other side of the map. And there is a bit of an MMR gap here. I believe Herald is Diamond. Who knows if that's actually the case. If they're an EU player or something. Well, we'll find out, but it's looking to be the case because some of these things shouldn't have happened, but our Grandmaster player actually did some a couple mistakes too. Okay, he's gonna try to time out the Widow Mines. I don't think he should because he totally botched that one, unfortunately. Not to insult the player, it is easy to do. Okay, we're going Robo after the Twilight. Actually, what the fuck? He's doing it before... Huh. The Twilight's complete and he's doing it. Alright, so he's gonna go into Blink. Looks like 4-gate Blink, probably. It's 3-gate Blink for now. But anyway, Warp Gate he's gonna finish. All 4 adepts come and... Oh, he can't get the timing right. He's almost got it. But unfortunately, he does not. The adepts microing away. Pointing up the Marines. Have to be careful of the Cyclone, which actually bodies them. Do get a couple hits, and they canceled the shade. That was not what you're looking for. These are not the trades you're looking for, but realistically, let's take a look at the... Okay, these guys forgot Battle Observer++. I'm gonna have to tell them after, because it's what we're supposed to use now. For ESL, which is good, because you get the battle report and stuff. Yeah, a little late third base. I actually like it, because he's going 4-gate. So 5-minute third is not too bad. considering he's going 4-gate blank. Losing a lot of adepts is not ideal, but he did get some pretty good kills. It still cost him more than he killed, but delaying the CC, killing 3 workers, getting a few of the Marines, all good stuff. See, he is so insanely ahead on workers. That's the thing. And the fact that he's a 3rd means, he's not like all in on this way. He's actually got a macro build. He's just not doing that. Well, let's just play with 2 gates and call it a day. No. Oh, wow. Okay. I think Mr. Sasander might be an EU player or something. Maybe he has some ping too. But I don't know. Nothing we could have done better there to keep that stalker alive. That's all I'm going to say. This is angry, tired, well, cranky Dave. This is cranky, tired Dave. Reaper does have 120 energy and is going to be able to do all sorts of shit. Whatever Terran so decides to do. There's no warp prism. The stalker's just pushing at the front. Tanks. Well, there's no tanks over here. Why isn't he? Oh my goodness. He's macroing behind this, but not really using those 4 gates for any sort of pressure, really. I think he's overcommitted to macro. I mean, like, I like what he's doing behind it, but he has such an opportunity to get damage done with the blank stalkers. He sees the tank, like, he could have delayed a lot. All right, but he's only got like 5 stalkers right here. Okay, he's gonna delay some racks, but I'm talking about killing the tech labs while they're researching. That is actually pretty big to do. He's gonna walk into a tank and lose a stalker. So these trades are not looking fantastic. I don't know. I'm starting to think Harold's the higher ranked player now. One would think if you looked at the trades and some of the things happening, but maybe it's just really late for this guy. And Mr. Sasander's just not feeling it right now. We'll see. Again, not insulting the players. This is Pedro the probe. He's going over to the other side of the map to make a proxy. We got a Dark Shrine. We got a Warp Prism. We got Charge. All things going a little later. The probe is... It's a question mark. I don't know what the probe's doing. Okay, there is a Raven right here, which he clearly saw, but he's going to let it live, and he's going to walk right into that, lose the Stalker, and not kill anything. Beautiful plays from Protoss. Just giving away free units and for some damage on a Marauder when there's medevacs nearby. I think that's brilliant. Okay, we do have a Robo-Bay going behind it. Anti-armor missile hits the Zealots and some of the bio. Some of that was Marauders, dude. There are a lot behind it. The tanks are going to be a bit of an issue, but this is a pretty good fight, actually. So far, so good. The Sentry helping out. Stalker's blinking back. And we'll see what happens. Oh, God, that's actually a lot. The Cyclone even helping us out. Stalkers are going down for days. Charge Lot's coming to reinforce, though, and are going to help us out significantly. We don't have we do have Concussive Shell. And I think Protoss just wins this still. Warp Prism coming in as well. What do we got behind this? Another tank. We got more Marauders and Marines. We do have +1 infantry weapons, but not armor. And there's no 3rd CC going down behind this because he opened 5 racks before. Actually, did he? It's 4 racks before. Interesting. We had some of the timings right. Oh, he was really delayed too, in fairness, and he did have a double gas opener. I think this wasn't go. Oh, the Warp Prism gets bodied by a Widow Mine. A bunch of charge lots come in. +1 ground armor is on the way for Protoss. Or +2, rather. He has +1 already. Is going to lose an Observer and take some Stalker damage here, but GG is called. The Zealot's just doing too much work. Mr. Sasander takes it. In a very scrappy game number 1. And that be it for game number 1. Well, well, well. Man, again, I get a weird side of the bracket to start out with, but we'll see. Harold might actually be a higher ranked player. He's unranked. So I don't know. Than I thought. I was looking at something else. My bad. Concussive shells killed the stalkers. It was just the weird timing was kind of funny. All right, here we go. Going into game number 2. And then I'm going to go wherever the fuck after this. I don't really know. Or care. I'm really tired. I need a nap. Wootsicle. That is Wootsicle. All right, here we are in game number 1, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Babylon in the red. Give it up for Harold. Harold. And his opponent in the bottom right. He's blue. Give it up for Mr. Sissander. Alexander Sissander. Not related to Anders. Let's see what we got in this game. No racks across the map. Last game we had a double gate from Mr. Sissander and some questionable micro. Unfortunately, I think that earlier damage really hurt Harold was the bigger thing. He had such a delayed CC, and he already opened with a double gas factory opener, which delays it. He should have built the CC on the high ground. He basically scouted the 2 adepts. Realistically, he should have built the CC on the high ground. This looks like a more standard opener, I think, from Terran. Like, just a pretty straightforward macro opener, probably a Reaper fast expand. He's going for the scout. I do like the fact that he's SCV scouting. Let's see what Mr. Protoss is up to. Brobros. Alright, he's going to 20 core, 20 Nexus. Pretty standard stuff. Harold going to get a harass. Looks like he is. Or at least be annoying. Oh, he's not paying attention. Oh, he doesn't get a block on the Nexus. Unlucky. That said, Probe is going to be annoying. Well, it's a Reaper coming out, but... Okay, now he's starting to micro the workers. Oh, he's dropping the pylon. Just drop the CC. Okay, he's going to drop the CC. All right, that's good. It's quite a delay. It's going to be annoying. Even more of one, but... He spent a little bit too much time chasing that down when he has a Reaper. You know, the workers just kind of passing by each other, patting each other on the back. Yeah. Just the standard Adept opener. It's going to be Adept Warp Gate. Probably going to be Twilight, but who knows? Who knows with these guys? On the America's Open Cup. Nice debate on the Shade. He's going to pull back. The Probe going back out for a proxy. Maybe? Or is he going to go harass? Oh, that's damn annoying. I think he's going to go hurt. No? Probe? Question mark? Another Adept in Twilight Council. Probe, yeah, he's going to go proxy over here. Well, the other Adept comes in and catches the Reaper. Is going to deflect it away a bit. Alright, just drops a proxy pylon. He's going to go scout. He didn't go for the harass. And there's no, well, only one Marine. Mr. Sander could have got some harass done, honestly. And what have we got? No Stalker follow-up just yet. He is going into another gateway. It is going to be Blink. Another at 1-1-1 with a Widow Mine drop. And the Reaper's still out to maybe poke and prod at the timing. We'll see what happens. Warp gate just finishing up for Mr. Protoss, and he's got his robotics facility dropped with another gate. He's going for Blink. Oh, the Adept's going to shade in. Oh, unlucky for Harold. Harold's going to take a little bit of a hurting right here. Losing at least a worker. Potentially 2 workers. Is he going to get 2? He is going to get 2. Oh, no micro from here. Oh, does lose the Adept, though. Well, he did get a couple workers at least. Reaper's still out. Tried to be annoying. We got the Blink Stalkers out. Blink's almost done. But the starport's finished. No, okay, the medevac is out. So a 2 Widow Mine drop is going to be the play from Harold. And we do have an observer. Adept could see a little bit of this, but there's a little blind spot right here. Nothing over on the, what I'd call the 5th base. You could take it as your 4th, I guess. Depending on which location you want to go to. The Reaper. Yeah. Is going to go try to get some information. Is going to go down, though. That being said, the Stalkers are in position. The Widow Mines are going to wait there. They're getting out of position now, though. Oh, no, never mind. They're there. 4 Stalkers and a... It's the same kind of opener as before. Well, not really. He's played it a little differently, but he's going for Blink and going for a little harass. He does have a Warp Prison for slow Warp Prisons. Hopefully he uses it. Last time he had some good opportunity, but he did throw away some stuff into tank fire. I think he should use this... oh, look at this. I love it. He's preparing for the Blink. That was a good scout from Harold. From Hurled. My name is Hurled. Hurled these nuts. Alright, Observer goes out. I think it saw the... I think it did see that medevac. Realistically, he has to be careful. There is a bunker there, another tank coming. Yeah, you don't want to engage too crazily right there. And we still have a Stalker here. More gates going down. 3rd base finishing up here in a little bit for Protoss, but it's kind of the same build from Terran. Well, not really. He didn't open double gas, but he's all going 1-on-1. Alright. Kind of like this. He's not sieging his tank, though. Okay, he's deciding to put it up on the high ground. Not a bad idea. Oh, that's a lot of Stalkers, though. He's going to blink back after getting a couple SCVs. This time he's a little more careful with his micro here. He does take a big blast, but does get a couple SCVs this time, and that's about it. Don't think he lost any Stalkers. Well, nope, not that time either, but he is being a little risky. He's got the damaged one in the front. Don't really want to do that. Just picking off a Marine and blinking back. Alright, couple sentries are out. Charge lots are out. And he is setting up for a fight. Again, there's pylons at each side to scout for drops. Funnily enough, this Widow Mine drop's just sitting here. The 1 Stalker's all that's in. And he's not going to do anything with it for now. Ooh, Raven takes a hit. 1 Stalker does fall. The auto turret going to catch the Observer, but not actually kill it with that Raven. We'll see what happens from here. And it looks like double forge behind this, too. So charge is finished up. 2 more gates going online. Supply cap, coming to a close, but 2 pylons have been dropped, so... We have a potential for a big charge lot warping. No warp prism, though. I really would like to see a warp prism. Big supply block for Terran, unfortunately. We have 3 supply depots coming in, though, and it's going to be fixed. We'll see what happens. Terran going for a push. Ooh, something died. I think that was... Oh, that was the medevac with the Widow Mine. That was an F2, so that medevac and 2 Widow Mines literally did nothing. I gave him a little bit of scouting, kinda. That's about it. He sees the Protoss army, knows he can't engage. He's waiting for concussive shells. So let's take a look at the comp. 10 Marauders, 3 tanks, 23 Marines, and a Raven. Against a superior Protoss force. It's actually pretty even, but Protoss kind of leading a little bit there. Because this is a 2-base Terran, and he wasn't able to hit a timing. He's going to go try to send a drop out to buy some time. But now we have double upgrade Protoss. This time Terrans remember to get +1 armor. But that said, he's got to be careful. It does look like he's in some trouble. A 4th base going down for Protoss, and this is a lot of gates. He's up to 9 gates. Dropping another robotics facility and the Robo Bay. So a little scary play from Protoss, but still Terran's kind of taking the defensive route, but can't get a 3rd. He's pretty much denied on a 3rd. Liberators don't hate that, but going double Liberator. He may get some potential to inch out a bit, get some trades, and he really needs a 3rd base, though. Marine drop is trying to get some work done. He's going to get 8 workers and counting. Maybe get a Zealot. Nope. He's going to GTFO. Photon Cannon going down. He doesn't get that. So the drop is scouted. A Warp Prism going into the back, but there's 2 missile turrets here. Yeah, the problem with this map is there's not a lot of Sim City, too, so Zealots can get clumped up pretty easily here. Is one big problem of many in this map. But look at... Same thing with Protoss. You don't have a lot of room to move. If there are drops, drops could get stuck, but at the same time get a lot of damage. And a Dark Shrine going down behind this as well for Protoss. Harold's basically kind of almost 2 base all in at this stage of the game. I mean, he's not taking a 3rd at this point, and he's going to have +1 armor coming. No armory behind it. No Ghost Academy. I mean, I almost would have liked him dropping a Ghost Academy, but no 3rd base makes this rough. Zealot is going to scout this, and, ooh, this is all going to clean up reinforcements and allow Protoss to come from the back. He honestly needs to get a good siege spot, but he's going to be on the low ground. Siege up, Protoss. That's not where you want to siege, right in line of the Zealots. Oh, no, anti-armor missile is going to be good. The Liberator is not sieging. Oh, Harold. Mistakes were made. I don't think he's going to do it. He should have sieged a little earlier. He saw the army. He needed to siege. Oh, the humanity. Oh, God. And it's all going to get cleaned the hell up. And that, my friends, is GG. A valiant effort, but Mr. Sassander Protosses his way through game number 2. Protossed. Protossed indeed. All right. Guys, should I get the GSL stuff? I know I don't have as much time, but realistically, I'm thinking about it. Supporting GSL and getting the replays. That might actually be spicy too, in line with the KSL. For some Dave Cass. I missed Yo-Yo. So he is going on to fight. Bada bing, bada boom. Raza. Wait, let's see what Hope and Cashmere's looking like. Are they still going gaming? Are they, or is Estrella already in? I don't see Estrella on, so I'm guessing that series started. Shit. Next time I'm gonna bug Hope when I see you on the side. I just didn't have much time, guys. I just started right after work. After casting EPT, Asia went a little late, but shit, I got up early enough and I was too tired. Oh. Oh. Oh, Hope did a 2-1. Hope took a game off Casimir. We are gonna get Estrella versus Cashmere. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I'm cleaning some of this shit up. Fuck it. Okay, I guess I'm not getting Estrella. Estrella is not available right now. Alright, I guess we're gonna go Mr. Sasander versus Raza. Meow, 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 meow. I'm just going where we got stuff. Never mind. Mr. Sasander versus Raza. JK. I guess Rhea must have went into a game or something. So we will see what we get here. Another PVT starting up here. Estrella gonna win Freak Show? That would be sick. I wanted to get Estrella, but he's in a ladder game or something. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Dragon Scales in the red. Representing RD. Give it up for Raza. Mr. Terran. And his opponent at the bottom right, he's blue. Give it up for Mr. Sasander. Our Protoss player. We just saw. He is going for a Reaper wall. See what Raza's up to. Alrighty. Oh, Mr. Sanders from the U.S. Harold is from somewhere else. Raza is not from the U.S. Hopefully, all roads lead to Estrella. I'd love that, or Trigger. You know, this is a Protoss stream, so obviously I like to get my Protoss homies. And on NA, usually we don't end up in boring PvPs if we get PvPs. So that being said, we'll see what happens. I was gonna wait for Estrella, but you know, we're gonna go on here. Could be an interesting one. Or an interesting booty whooping. We'll find out. Okay, it's a reactor first from Raza. So it could be a lot of things, obviously. But from the looks of it, he is going to try to go for a CC. So a little kind of greedier build, like just so you don't have any Marines there. But he's going to send another SCV. It's going to be enough to deal with the probe. And I do like the fact that Raza went for a scout as well. He's going to see that there is a Reaper wall forming here. Mr. Sander, well, he's going to do something cheeky. He could go harass with the probe. I mean, honestly, this is the best case where you could harass the probe. If it were me, you could potentially get a kill on that SCV. You just regen your shields, you go back. But he's not doing it. He's not me. He's not going to do that. He's going into either a 3 racks factory or just 3 racks. Could go for a 2-1-1, but I'm assuming it's going to be a 3 racks factory. We'll find out. Probe doesn't get the scout, so that's actually really good for him. He is going for a 3 racks opener. Very good stuff. Pretty good build if you get the timing right. Could be a 3 racks. Oh no, what's going on? Wait, he got the adept out, but he saw that there was no a Reaper, so it's going to be a Stalker, and Warp Gate was going down around the same time as the Stargate, so he just kind of delayed the Stalker a little bit, which is okay. But Stargate openers against 3 racks could sometimes be a bit of a build order counter. He might be going Phoenix Colossus, but we'll see. How you doing, Harold? Harold Andrestes. I'm guessing you must be the Harold that just played. I did flame you guys a little bit. Harold, what's your MMR? Because I saw you were unranked. Trigger do be fun, freak show. If you get this in a couple minutes, we're on a 2-minute delay. And I'm really tired, so do apologize here. Depth gonna come shade in. Oh, cancel. I think you played pretty well, Harold, too. But I was assuming I called you Hurled. Hurled Andrastes. But I know it's Harold. I just teasing. I tease because I love. All right, you got a safe shield battery. I think this is scouted out. Robotics facility going down. Combat shields and stim going down to eBay. This is a tight timing from Raza for a 3 racks. My opinion, it's a good build against Protoss more often than not. There are build order counters, and they're usually cheeses. A proxy robo, proxy gate kind of thing can be damn annoying to a 3 racks because of the timings. And Immortals do be good against Marauders earlier in the game. That being said, it is a Phoenix opener, and there's a lot of Marines out. Stim will be done by the time 2 Phoenixes go through. Well, actually, one's just going to scout, the other one looking at as well. Got a little read on the tech. He's going into an Oracle. So an Oracle I don't hate for the follow-up. The problem is he's not going to have money for an Immortal. What he really wants is an Immortal, in my eyes. Phoenix is basically all they can do is pick up the Marauders in the fight. But Big Daddy Immortal do be good unit. The depth is going to be bodied. And look at this, the timing. Protoss isn't going to have anything. The Immortal's not going to be out in time. And that's what I was talking about. He's going to have a couple Phoenixes and an Oracle, and that's it. If he landed a stasis trap that was not scouted, that'd be about all he could do. Big Immortal might come if the timing is right. Nope. Oh no, he just throws a Phoenix away. Not like this, Mr. Sasander. Stasis ward is not going to catch this. It's scouted. That's very unlucky, but a lot of these units are going to go away. The sentries were great with the force field. Battery overcharge was used a little prematurely. And the army's all clumped to the back. Oh no, not like this. The Oracle's out of energy, and there's no shot that Terran's going to walk into that stasis ward. Phoenix is lifting Marines? Question mark. Probes getting pulled to fight some of this, but I don't want to overextend with the probes. Those are stim Marines. 5 workers fallen. Another Phoenix falls. The Oracle looks like it's in trouble. It's going to be cleaned up, but I had a lot of lost mining time and some dead probes. 5 to go down. That said, the factory's finishing up with a reactor and a double reactor on the factory in Starport, so he's probably going to go Widow Mines and Medevacs. And there is a Robo Bay follow-up. So it was attempted to be Phoenix Colossus, but he threw away his Phoenix. Yeah, no problem, buddy. I was hoping to go on to it, change up the bracket and go to Estrella, but he wasn't in fucking lobby. Let's see here. We shall see, and follow my YouTube. This will be on YouTube after. Eventually I'll export it and all that stuff. When I'm done, I have to make the VOD live too. They're not immediately available as soon as I'm done streaming. I have to manually do it because of ladder and the weird shit I do on stream. Other than ESL and casting my own tournaments and stuff and other tournaments. All right, double medevac. He might be able to get some work done. We'll see here. There's some nice scouter pylons and some good information. I like this stasis board. Hallucinated Phoenix can go up, but there's nothing to detect this. Oh, is it going to go in front of the scouter pylon, though? I think that might have just been caught, but guess what? I don't know. No, I don't think so. Imagine if we had these Phoenixes. Okay, it's scouted now. So we're going to see a little split off in the army. Not much of a Protoss army right now to be said. Twilight Council just going down. Extended Thermal Lance. It's playing quite differently than before. And honestly, this is a good build against Phoenix Colossus. But also some of the questionable... I think that I would have done some things differently here if I were Mr. Sissander. He's going to drop right on this production here. Nope. Good defense from Mr. Sissander after all this time. So he is getting his third base up. Workers, what are you doing? Go back to mining. I didn't even lose the shield battery. With that being said, it's going to be the rest of the Terran army pushing out 2 tanks, a bunch of Marine Marauder, and 2 more medevacs. Raza is slightly more. Oh, but that is going to be so helpful. The Colossus is out. Extended Thermal Lance may not be done, but that don't matter. He's got to be careful not to lose the Colossus in the tank line. He needs that to fight the Marines on the side flank. Battery overcharge is activated, and wow, that's actually pretty good cleanup. That stasis board came in clutch. It wasn't a lot of units, but 2 Marauders is the thing that saved it more. That was a nice pickup on the tank, by the way. So he did save the tank. So realistically, he could reposture to take some things. I like the scouter pylon over here from a push from the other flank. There's no charge yet. He's going into blink. I don't know about going into blink after this. There's siege tanks. Going to charge. It's going to finish faster. You have the tools to fight tanks, and you're starting to go into Colossi, so yeah, I don't like blink. You could have got charge and probably had a Colossi faster on the way. It's 50 more minerals and 100 more, or sorry, 50 more gas. All right, they drop on the side, find some value, but it's only 3 workers. He just needs to fix some saturation. This is about to be done anyway. He's going to do so. Actually, he had 2 workers pulled the question mark. It's all right. Mistakes happen. And we'll see what happens here. On the other side, Raza going into 2-2. He already has his armory down behind this somewhere. Bada bing, bada boom. Going right into 2-2. And we're just starting +1 ground weapons going to finish up for our Protoss. So it's a 1-1 Terran against +1 ground weapons. You may want to research +1 armor and drop a forge, but really he's trying to push and fight. A nice force field, but charges it. He went into blink. I don't think that's the play in this case. The Oracle basically just tanking damage. Oh, Pulsar Beam helping out. He cleans up the tanks. Big Daddy Immortal actually coming in clutch. Does get a hit off on the Marauder, which is exposed from the medevacs. And oh, he sees 1 Marauder and a medevacs, and he's like, you know what? Look at that. See how much damage the Marauder did to the Colossus. Colossus are pretty funny units. Anyway, I think somebody's forgetting they went blink and not charge, because they're building zealots. Slow zealots against Terran. He's gonna be like, ah, shit. Well, at least he has stalkers coming in behind it. He does it blink there. He's going into charge now, going into +1 armor, but 2-2's well on the way for Terran, and that will eventually finish up in here, unless some magic happens for Protoss. All right, tank falls, and zealots chiseling away with the Colossi and the bunker. Do clean it up. And the Stalkers and one Zealot fighting this. Yeah, the Vikings really killing that Colossus. He's pulling back a little late. I think he's in a bit of trouble. All right, some Stalkers warping in here. The Zealots retreating but not moving. War Prism is going to be in some trouble. Maybe. Fourth base going down for our Terran and Protoss. Actually, the fourth base is finished for Terran, so this is kind of looking rough for Mr. Sissander. For sure. I do like the use of pylons, though. It seems like he's having a rough day here. Does seem like he's having a bit of a rough day. Harold, where are you from, by the way? All right, let's see here. Another scouter pylon on that side. Little Zealot run by in here coming. He does have charges, gonna have +1, but it's 2-2 Terran into Ghost. That's terrifying. Protoss never got a second forge. He's going into a single Robo Disruptor. I think he did get picked apart a little bit. Let's take a look at... Okay, no battle report again. He didn't use battle... Oh my gosh. I should have just made the lobby... Oh, yeah. I'm gonna remind them. This is a different group of guys. Harold did the one time, but I don't think we ended up using it. They wanted to have it. ESL, that is. Alrighty. And this is a big-ass Terran push. Mr. Sissander has a pretty big army, but it's a lot of its charge lots warping in slowly on the other side of the map. Pylon scout, and he sees Ghost. He's behind in upgrades. He needs to have some magical disruptors, basically. First one is going to get nothing. He does have another one behind. Oh, no, why did you shoot that other one? That was a misclick and a half. He loses a Colossus. This is not the fight we were hoping for Protoss. The charge lot's not going in for the third. They do get some workers, but that's about it. All the Stalkers die. The Disruptor's YOLOing in the front now. EMP goes down, but does he land it? Beautiful. Oh, decent hit. Same time, the other one looks like it's in a lot of trouble. Does he land it? Oh, does get a huge hit, but all these workers are falling. The charge lots actually force a lot of damage, forcing a lift on the third, and a return of the army. Still, this drop going on strong, killing 16 workers. Mr. Sissander only with 49 workers. This had a lot of potential for a good cleanup, but I think some mistakes were made. Still, decent damage from Protoss. He's giving it his best, but I don't know. It's not looking good, Chief. He had a little bit of a throw of units there in that engagement. It was a little scrappy. I don't know. We got no Stalkers and plenty of Vikings. That War Prism seems to be a point of interest, even though it's on this side of them. Oh, well, he's going to YOLO the War Prism in. Oh, my good lord. Well, it looks pretty dead anyway, but Mr. Sissander is going to concede to Raza. GG. Oh, you're from Germany. I thought you were. All right, so I popped it up after I saw the flag, but my auxiliary monitor to my left is not the greatest. And Raza is from Pakistan, guys. Trigger just 2-0 to X Decker. Man, I'm missing my boy Trigger and Estrella. My boys. Had I only covered Hope, but Estrella ended up being in like a ladder game and then too anyway, I think, so feels bad, man. It's alright, if people want him, then I end up getting booted anyway. You know how it be. Alright, let's see here. Waiting on game number 2. Score is 1-0 for Raza. Okay, I'm going to host the lobby for these guys. All right, here we go. Liquipedia bracket. Oh, I mean, I should start putting the Liquipedia one on too. All right, that takes extra work. EPT. Open Cup. America's 175. Yeah, I should start doing that too. Hey, man, I had a long fucking day, so bear with me. I will get it in there too after. All right, anyway, we have the game starting up. Let me just put it in quick because it's just the beginning of the game. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm doing it. We're going to have it in a second. I'll do Liquipedia as well. I literally had no time coming home before I started casting, and I casted earlier in the fucking morning. So bear with me. I casted EPT Asia before work at 5:30 in the morning. Jesus. All right, anyway. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Royal Blood. In the red, give it up for our Terran player, Mr. Raza. From Team RD with the elephant. Oh, no, actually, it's dragons. That's actually pretty based. Oh, Team Red Dragon. I don't know what it is. Oh, shit. He's like, has he got a Red Dragon sponsorship? Anyways, opponent in the bottom left. He's blue. He's Protoss. Give it up for Mr. Sassander. Going for Nexus first to the side gold base. What the deuce? All right, we got a banger to start out with here. Mr. Sassander wants to come back with the cheese. Is he going to tip his hat from his location, from his probe? That may cause Raza to look around. That's a little bit of a tell. Just barely did it start to come from the side when it got in the SCV's vision. This is a scrappy one. All right, let's see what we got here. SCV. Gonna go harass Matas. And yeah, that's about it for now. It's a very delayed 2-gate opener. Raza's got to know something's up. Let's see if the SCV goes to scout some more. In this case, we might want to Zealot. This is a Reaper fast expand. I don't think we're going to see... Okay, he is going Zealot. Like, if nothing else, the Zealot buys you some time. Usually. Or potentially, I should say. Nexus is already done. And he's not going to recall the workers just yet. Usually you recall the workers when you do that. Zealot is going to go try to chase down the Reaper. Is going to get a hit. And Cybercore's still not done. So we do need to boys micro here. And seems like Mr. Sassander's been having a little struggle bus with the Z micro today. Oh. Look at that target fire on the probes. Good job from Raza. Raza coming in strong. Oh, probes picking off. 2 workers fall so far. This is a high risk, high reward play. I wouldn't hate to see a recall now. There's double adept coming in. 1 is chronoed. Zealot is out. But we should... Oh, he should have saw a recall. He used the wrong next... Oh, he didn't have the energy. But still. He really wanted that adept. That said, it's a 1-1-1. Oh, no, it's 2-1-1 or 3-Rex Factory. This is either going to be a 3-Rex Factory or 2-1-1 from Raza. All right, that being said... No scout yet. The Reaper should be looking... Okay, the Reaper is looking around for proxies. Now the probes are going to be recalled. It's going to be oversaturation, actually, is the funny thing. A little bit of a miscalc. Reaper going to look around more. I think he's going to find this proxy ultimately. Look at... Yeah. Well, is he? Yeah, let's see. I'm sure he'll find it. He doesn't really have much to defend. The Adept's going to have an awkward time fighting this because of the range. Adept just... look at it. The Adept doesn't have the range. Little miscalculation from our blue Protoss player. Well, guess what? The Shade is going to come on top. And ultimately we'll get the Reaper. Oh, almost. Almost. Another Adept coming in, though. He wants to get a scout. The Cyclone's going to be a bit of a problem, though. This Adept's taking a beating from the Reaper. The other Adept just going across. He's going to lose a lot of workers here. There is a pylon. Okay, Warp Gate's coming down. Dark Shrine. Of course there would be a Dark Shrine behind us with charge. Oh, God. The Cyclone and the Reaper doing a lot of work here. And I got a phone call. Jesus Christ. I cannot answer that. Sorry, pal. I will answer it after. Alraza defends the double gate. Well, it's not a normal double gate. This is some cheeky play here. Reaper getting a lot of vision done. And a proxy pylon coming on this side, because why not? Why the hell not at this point? The Zealot is going to stand there in the middle of the map. Charge is going to finish, so he's going to chase down the Reaper. And ultimately die to the Bio, the Cyclone, and everything else. But he's going into, it is 3-Rax Factory with +1. Probes are slightly mining, but a lot were lost. Natural going down, so that is a little later. Not really, actually, he's a fast third, too. Playing the Econ Protoss style. Oh boy, Reaper's back. Imagine if we killed this Reaper. Imagine if we didn't build Adepts. Okay, build an Adept and a Stalker. Imagine dragons. That's all I'm going to say. That's a little weird play. We got missile turrets going down because he knows there's a good chance of DTs when he scouts a ninja base. Let's be real here. Shadow Stride, though, from Protoss. Interesting. He's getting spicy here. There is no Raven in this game, but there is going to be Concussive Shell. He's just going to end it. No shield batteries, no nada. Not a lot of units for Protoss. And we do have a robotics facility that's a long ways away. All these units all over the map kind of going back, and they're little straggler zealots. Not a lot. He's going to warp in a couple DTs with this. And there's a scan. Is there going to be another one available? That's the question. There is. And the DTs disintegrate. Shadow Stride not done yet. I think this is going to be over pretty soon. There is not much of Mr. Ssander left. He wasn't able to get his cheeky stuff out. I think he memed against the sun too hard. And Raza gonna clean it all up pretty quick in a spicy game number 2. Guys, I'm gonna take that phone call. I'm gonna report the score. All right, we'll be right back. All right. We'll see. I'm going to follow this side. And I had the phone call while we wait anyway. I'm sure other people are going to want Estrella, but I want fucking Estrella. Fuck off. Or Trigger. Estrella is blaming me. Estrella is the best. We're trolling me. He goes, yo, get me in when you're ready, Chief. And I go, he goes, what do you want, punk? And I said, who you calling punk, broski? And he goes, the guy behind you. Oh, good shit. Gotta love Max Angel. Based. Sorry, Clem, you didn't get the cut. We got Estrella versus Raza, guys. How you doing, Rigatron? All right, and he's playing Protoss. He means business. True. Raza goes Protoss weakest race. I was gonna go true, but I didn't get a chance to. Stray is playing Protoss. He means business, guys. He wants to win it tonight. I can just tell. Raza is not gonna go down without a fight. Anyway, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon in the blue. Representing Alpha X, it is Estrella. Mr. Max Angel. And his opponent in the upper left. The Terran Terror of Pakistan, representing Red Dragon. Like the keyboards, it is Raza. Cool stuff. It took me a while to figure that out until I looked. I'm like, it looks almost like an elephant. Then I looked again and I'm like, I think that may be right about that. If somebody wants to Google image search Red Dragon keyboards, chat is popping tonight. Yeah, I know, right, Rigatron? It's because we're on a 2-minute delay. It's always slow in ESL. Not always. Sometimes it gets crazy. I'm hoping it picks up a bit because your old man Dave is really tired from casting at 5:30 a.m. I was late to EPT Asia. Had to go to work. I naturally had to work late. I didn't even get to make dinner, guys. That's how late I worked. I literally basically went right into this. Oh, got it. Wow, excuse the mess of the links, but I'm too lazy to change it. You got the Liquipedia, you got the Starcraft bracket. That's all you're getting, and I should pay attention to the cast as good as I can, because we got my man Estrella in game number 1 of this series. I love how that, like, smoke comes up on it when you drop the Nexus. It's a smoky Nexus. Well, Raza does manage to get the CC started as the second SEV to kind of fend off the probe for now. Estrella's going to come back. Raza's right on top of it, though. Estrella wants blood. He did take 1 hit before. But you know what? I don't think it matters. Yeah, it's a little song and dance right there. Estrella opening with Adept. Do we get a chrono boost? No chrono. He's chrono in workers. He's not in a hurry for that. And it's good because he saw there's a reactor, I think. He anticipated it. See, Estrella knows what's up. He still has a little bit of shield, so he can still harass. He's being annoying. He's getting under Mr. Raz's skin a little, but the Marines are out. Estrella should just go home at this point or do something else. He is going into a Twilight Council. All right, so he's going to have a few more probes earlier on. What a Chad. He's even long distance mining. Alright, this is going to be an Adept Stalker opener, and he's going to crowd up workers immediately. This Ray is playing the Econ game. He does like to play like that. But it's only one gate and a Twilight Console. He didn't drop the second gate yet. A lot of times people will drop a second gate after. He's just probing up hard. And he's going to risk it with a one gate at first. That being said, there is a Widow Mine coming. So, Warp Gate on the way. And another Gateway coming. From Estrella. Hello, Anadays. What are you up to, buddy? Alright, Estrella dropping a pylon here for a little bit of vision on that side. Not going extra far, but see. Is he posturing for a third base, or is he going to drop a pylon on the side? That's the question. I think he's just posturing for a third. He's playing a little greedier with the 2-gate, and he's got a shield battery at the front line. I don't think you can battery overcharge that, but it does create a little bit of a wall and some other stuff. Widow Mines are starting to get together. That's a lot of Marines. This could be a medevac with Widow Mines. Or, with Widow Mine and Marines. And I'm starting to think that's going to be the case. Okay, no, 2 Widow Mines. He's just going for dropping a stray. Gets that sub 4 minute Nexus for the third base. Alright, we'll see what happens. Alright, 2 Widow Mine drop. Gonna go across in the depth. Get a shade over. Ooh, cancel the shade. Widow Mines coming across here. And the Adept gonna try to scout some things. So far, this has gone undetected, but there is a Stalker in the main base. Oh, actually, the Stalker's pulling back. He's sensing something. Estrella's spider senses are tingling, and Bleak is done. So this Blink could potentially... Oh, look at this Afterburner. He's gonna go in the back, try to cheek around. Estrella, is he paying attention? Is gonna pay attention, but a little bit late to the pole. He's gonna sack a probe or two. Widow Mine does go off. 2 workers lost mining time. That is a little bit rough if we see in the battle report, but ultimately that is way worth it for a medevac and 2 Widow Mines. I'd say that is entirely worth it. Pretty decent defense from Estrella, to say the least. We already have our first siege tank and stem on the way from Raza, and he's going into a pretty standard 3-1-1 follow-up. Does have the stem. Probably going to start the concussive shell, or sorry, not concussive shell, combat shield soon after. He has +1. Very good 3-1-1 timing from Raza. Estrella still has that Adept out for vision. Stalker's just going to poke and prod. Estrella getting some sentries out. I know he has the Observer. But that said, decent defense from Raza. He's got Marauders. He doesn't have stem and combat shields, but he does have the Raven up here. So that Observer could go down denying some high ground. Estrella can send some hallucinations if need be. Estrella setting a pylon up here for some cheeky drops. Raza scouting, doesn't see anything in the net. Sees Big Daddy Immortal coming out. It's Immortals from Estrella with +1 on the way. Alright, that being said, the Adept moving off a little bit. Observer getting some information, but doesn't see the Raven. The Observer is scouted by Raza. You can totally tell that was scouted, so Estrella kind of didn't want to play with fire there. He's got some units in posturing up here. Did finish charge, going into a Robo Bay. He canceled charge? Estrella was going charge immediately, and then he canceled it. Estrella, you canceled charge. I wish he kept it. He would have had charge. Oh, he's only on 3 gates, though, too, but he would have had charge nonetheless. If he's going to Mortals and Stalkers, he canceled that charge earlier, not like this, Max. Well, he's going to get his sentries up. He's going to try to segment this army, but there's a little bit in the front. That's actually kind of smart from Raza. But, okay, the force field's coming in clutch. The Raven has a ton of energy, so that could be an anti-armor missile. He's probably saving it for interference matrix. Concussive shell going down behind it. The finish is fast. Robo Bay coming in, and the second robotics facility from Estrella. Raza going to clean up the rocks here to be able to move out. There's only 1 tank with this army for the moment. I don't think there's going to be any more tanks at this point. He's going into Widow Mines. And let's see if the Observer's... Yeah, the Observer's alive on the other side of the map. He's looking around, I think. Or is that the Adept? Alright, anyway, Estrella realizes he cancels charge. He has to keep these Immortals alive to fight off the Marauders here. Probe is going to go down. Estrella can't take that fourth. I'd almost rather him take that if he's going for a greedy fourth. He's not going to do so. Force field's coming in clutch. And again, I think there's a misstep. But you know what? He's got Colossi coming out in double form. So 3 Immortals, if he can keep these suckers alive with the Colossi, kind of equal out a little bit. +2 is on the way for Estrella. +1 infantry armor on the way for Raza. That being said, more Stalkers being morphed. Will they be killed? No, they won't. The 2 Colossi join the party, and that's a lot of Widow Mines. No Disruptors are out yet, and it's going to be 4 Colossi. All right. When the Adept going to try to do something, it's going to drain some medevac energy, and that's about it. Actually, it's raining a significant amount. Estrella has to be careful. Okay, he knows what's up. He's got the Widow Observer coming in. And, wait. Yeah, he's going to clean it up. Estrella goes to take the 4th at the 1 o'clock position base. Prediction, I'm going to leave that up to mods. If you guys do predictions, I do appreciate it. Rigatron, if you want to do predictions, I'll make you a mod. Because I no longer care. We just mod all the people I want on there until it gets too crazy. My mods are going to suddenly feel upset about that. But, you know, I don't expect much. I figure if we mod everybody, then eventually somebody will do the predictions. Which happens sometimes, but not that often anymore. Big oof. Judgment and Dark Omega are big on predictions. All right, it's double forge for Estrella. He's going into Gravitic Drive, so Warp Prism speed. He does have his cheeky Warp Prism going over here. That's a lot of Widow Mines. He's got Ghosts. Raza gonna finish +1, but he didn't start another eBay or an Armory because he went into Ghost. Wouldn't hate to see him do it. He's got the gas for it a little bit to drop an Armory or something. The Warp Prism's going in. Raza's pushing out. He doesn't have anything back home to defend. There's a Ghost and a couple Marines. That's it. The Warp Prism is not gonna siege. Oh, wait, he's pulling back. He was going for a timing attack with a boys pull, but he sees what's out here. Oh, God. He retreats. That's why. He sees the Warp Prism and... Well, that Warp Prism may go down, but that actually might have saved Estrella's ass. Estrella's looking pretty good right now. He's got his +1 ground armor coming. There's only 1 observer right here, but that being said, he's going to siege it. He's going to see the Widow Mines. Getting some Archons. And the extended Thermal Lance Colossus could help a bit. They do not outrange a tank. Tanks and Marauders and Ghost, oh my. The Colossi in the front going to take damage. The Observer goes down. 1 Colossi falls. Estrella. Pull the Colossi back. He's still got those Big Daddy Immortals. The Archon's going to help. But the Viking's going to take out the Colossi. Actually, they're doing some good work, but there's so much Protoss here. Despite all the Widow Mines, they're doing a good job. The Colossi is retained, and it's going to help clean a lot of this up. Estrella with a great timing attack. The ruse, and that Warp Prism just getting thrown away was worth it. Estrella takes game number 1. GG. That cancel could have been a misclick. It could have been a misclick. It very well could have been. All right, we'll be going on to game number 2. Of course, I'm always looking forward to my boys Estrella or Trigger. Or Migs, truthfully. I'm a loser-ass mod. Okay, we go on to game 2. I love you in a daze. I have to play him in a daze in chat. All right, here we go. Going on to game numero dos. Spawning in the bottom left corner of Ancient Cistern in the blue. Give it up for Estrella, who's up a point. And his opponent in the upper right, he's red. From Red Dragon, give it up for Raza. Team US versus Team Pakistan here. Whoa, Estrella going for a low ground setup. Well, the deuce. Is he going to do the Chad Zealot walk? This Chad Zealot, the singular Zealot march? Raza going for a proxy Rax. Let's go. He might be going proxy Marauder. This looks very much like it could be proxy Marauder. Could be 2 Rax Reaper, but I'm thinking this is going to be proxy Marauder. Estrella is actually feeling like he's going to do it. I wonder if he knows this is Raza's play. He's just looking around. Oh, I think he's going to find it. He's going to find it. Oh, not like this. Raza was really on hopium to get this proxy Rax up. He only has 1 SCV there. It's not full committal. He's going to cancel the Rax. He's like, oh, shit, that delays me. But you know what? The question marks. Let's go. I just want to see a spray. X. Good shit, guys. All right, I'm glad I got the series. These two bringing it fun. Oh, gotta love it. That reminds me of my buddy Rainax, who would literally be like, oh, freaking map hackers, when he's proxy 4X in every game. He'd barcode and do everything, but he'd just be like, freaking hacker. Just memeing, but... oh my god. Let's see what happens here. I'm glad you like that, Days. You know I'm only flaming you. I don't expect shit from you guys. You're always here. A lot. Probe is recalled. Chad Probe over here. Is it a me? Hello, Estrella? We recall the probe and proceeded to not let him do anything. Reaper is on its way out. Adept is shaded across the map. But that being said, the Reaper is coming. It is a very delayed factory now because of everything. Unfortunately, his build was so is the CC a little bit. That being said, it's going to be a Stargate. The shield battery's not going to be done in time. The Reaper's going to make his way here. The Adept's going to already finish the shade, so Estrella's already pretty full committal. Nice micro, though. Does get a good surround on the Reaper. So the Reaper is going to have to back off for a moment. Shield battery's here, though. Oh, but these probes are going to be out. Does the Adept go? Okay, the Adept is rallied over here. Estrella. Okay, now it targets the Reaper with the second Adept. Adept going to shade. There is a Marine in here. Estrella is going to back that. Oh, he gets in! Estrella gets a full read and maybe causing some mayhem. Is going to force a lot of lost mining time. That is 7 STVs plus a couple more. That Adept's likely not to live for long, but you know what? He's going to get a worker kill. Maybe 2, but he forced a lot of lost mining time. Does he get it? Oh, gets it. Boom. That's going to leave a mark. Let's take a look at the graphs. Estrella now finally leading in the income advantage, the army size as well. Just not that he has too much, but he has an Oracle coming out. Warp Gate is well underway. Meanwhile, we have Magfield, Accelerators, Cyclones from Mr. Raza. He wants to take care of the Stargate play, but it's just going to be one Oracle into a Twilight from Estrella. There's going to be a Cyclone out, however. Another Adept is going to go and be annoying. Trying to force Raza's attention. Raza's a pretty good Theron player too, though. So, that being said, Estrella has to be careful a little bit. Oh, Adept taking a few hits. Don't know if I like that too much. Oracle gonna get a few workers. And the Cyclone is gonna be forced to come down with the Marines. Estrella respects that. Isn't gonna overextend. Doesn't take any hull damage. Adept shading in, trying to get some information. Razas catches it and raises the supply depot. Third base going down for Estrella. A little later than the previous game. It's the build. Adept does see what's up. Notices the Cyclone. Oh my gosh, 3 Cyclones with Magfield. Combat shields being researched before stim? Yeah, this is combat shields before stim. What the deuce? And it is going to be a 3 racks opener from Raza. What's Estrella got? He's got Stalkers. He's got Blink on the way. Stasis Wardy in the middle of the map. Look at this. It's actually Wardy in Protoss form. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, it's the cheeky game number 2 for sure. With the question mark flaming and hacks BM. Alright, let's see if Raza takes the trap. Oh, he gets one of the Cyclones in a Marine. Not the biggest catch, but still something. Even an SCV or 2 SCVs to repair with this. Mag field's going to be good. The combat shield's going to finish up here at some point. But the Oracle is out. See, combat shields isn't done just yet. Straya has a rev tech, so he will see it. And he does know what's up. But this is Blank Stalkers. This isn't Phoenix Colossus. This isn't anything like that. That's why Raza went this route after his failed proxy marauder attempt. Okay, he's not... Oh, no! That which was there to heal is actually body blocking. He's not repairing the Cyclone. That's a big problem. He needs these mag field accelerator Cyclones to come down. Battery overcharge is activated. One of the Cyclones falls. 2 of the Cyclones and the most injured one trying to survive. But guess what? There's too much DPS. I think Raza's push is held. And Estrella is going to come in clutch, cleaning this up. That's a lot of SCVs, too, off the natural. And Estrella on 3 bases versus a 2-base Terran. GG. Estrella takes it in a cheeky game number 2. All right. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. I'm happy when I get to see some of my North American Protoss boys. The Chad American and the Chad Canadian. Mr. Estrella and Trigger. But realistically, it can be debated that of all else, Maples is the GOAT. Let's be real, guys. By the way, if you guys see Holden at all today, wish him a happy birthday. It's Holden's birthday today. So we have another series. Raza played pretty well, but it was unlucky he got caught out in that game number 2.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Thanks for the raid, Gene Sim. Hope you had a good stream, buddy. Tater Tutor. Welcome, guys. The chick, long cock with the belly. Hack V. Hack Vetica. Tommy. Mini Roo. Poor Raza. Poor Mr. Sissander. Everybody getting bullied. Let's take a look at where we're at now in the bracket. Estrella versus Clem. Oh, I forgot to update this too. Shit. This is going to be a good one. Trigger. I am getting... Damn, this is a tough one. Estrella versus Clem. He's got to be nervous. It's the quarterfinals. What a tough opponent. Gumi Ho is going on to fight Trigger. We're going to either one. Vindicta is on versus... Oh, Vindicta Beyond? This is a spicy North America tonight. And then Solar versus Pig goes on to fight Disc. Damn, this is a crazy one. This is like a really crazy one. I am hoping to go to any of them. I figured I was following the same... This is literally the same bracket I started on. Seems I never can finish them, but I love all these guys. There are a lot of them on here I know more. Obviously, Trigger's my homie. And Estrella's my homie. Migs is pretty base for Terran. Beyond's my boy. Beyond's my dude, too. Like, Beyond is a fucking sweetheart. And Gumi God. And Disc is a homie. Solar's a homie. Actually, everybody on here. And Pig's alright, you know. Gotta love Pig. He supports KSL even. He's a patron. I didn't even notice that. I was like, what a legend. Plus seeing that guy wear his arm out from all the fucking autographs he gave. Holy shit. All right, we're going to stay on our side. We are going to stay with the Straya versus Clem. I'd love to go with Trigger too. Trigger versus Gumiho. I think Trigger can beat Gumiho. I have faith in Trigger. And I have faith in Estrella too. He's been struggling against Protoss, but you know what? Okay, I guess Steadfast is coming too. We have all the big casters and Dave. Now nobody's gonna watch my channel. You guys are all gonna leave me. Big oof. This is gonna be a banger. I got some coffee kicking in for this one. I was gonna refuel, but I don't have time. Because we got a really good series here. Spawning in the bottom right corner of Gressvan in the blue. Give it up for Clem from Team Liquid. And his opponent in the upper left. Mr. America himself. Give it up for Estrella. Well, I actually have to update something too. I'm not going to do it during this game, but I have to update the KSL thing after. I shouldn't have done that. That lags it out when I alt-tab. And I can't do it from my phone. Alright, looking pretty standard from Clem right now. Estrella means business tonight, though. He's playing Protoss. I think some of the results of the ESL made him think a little bit. He's like, you know, maybe it's time to get a little serious here. Because he's a good Protoss player. He's a very good Protoss player. I actually didn't, Gene Sim. I mean, I didn't really look through the list of patrons. He snuck in. There were so many patrons that, like, to look through the list is a little crazy. Okay, Estrella going double gate. He's going Patty Mac against Clem. Liquid Clem, as Cyril says. All right, let's see here. All right, looks like Estrella's gonna get his Nexus down here very shortly. So again, it's gonna probably be a single gas for a while. You could actually time out a lot on this pretty well. Oh, I love this. He's getting the pylon here, but guess what? It's a reactor from Liquid Clem. Probe gonna go out for a later scout. So he's got a full Reaper wall on two sides. I love it. He's got the low ground Reaper pylon, and he's got the full wall. This is a very safe opener, and he doesn't go for his Zealot. He's going for 2 Adepts. Hasn't taken his gas just yet. He probably can't. Okay, he's going right into Warp Gate. So see the difference between Mr. Cezanne? What was his name? Mr. something. I have a feeling we're going to see Trigger beat Gumiho tonight, guys, by the way. Let's all hope for Trigger. I love Gumiho. Gumiho do be alright, but that would be so sick. See Jedi Master Trigger pulling the trigger on Gumi God. And right now, Estrella versus Clem. This would be a tough one for Estrella, but I have faith. Seems like he's been struggling against Terran lately, as are many Protoss, but we'll see. He did a great job against Raza. Clem is a little bit higher seated than Raza, to say the least. Oh, nice debate. He forces the Marines out of the bunker, forces Clem's attention a bit. Clem going into a tech lab naturally, so he's gonna go for something spicy here. And going for the star. Is he gonna go Banshees, I wonder, or is he gonna go straight to a Raven? It looks like he's gonna do a swap Reno. I'm expecting Banshees. Twilight Council on the way. Warp Gate's gonna finish up shortly. And let's see what the play is here from Mr. Estrella. He's got 2 more Adepts coming. 6 Adepts. This has reminded me of Zhaon a little bit. The 4 Adepts gonna go in. He means business. He wants... Oh, he delays the starport. He gets 2 worker kills. The Marines are chasing him down. He still has to be careful because Adepts don't do great damage against Marines. 4 of them end up killing a few. Estrella, what are we doing here? I think he was trying to build some things below, but he gets a bunch of Marines. 3 workers and some Marines. Yeah, I think that's kind of worth it. Let's look at the trades. Pretty close, but 3 workers. Let's take a look at the army size. In favor of Mr. Liquid Clem right now. It's going to be Blink. We do have a proxy pylon. That's about it. Adept's going to shade back. There's 4 more. Wow. Wow. Robotics facility going down up in the main. And that is a Cyclone opener. But we'll see what happens. I think the build got a little scuffed because of what happened. So Clem's changing his tune. He's going into just plain Jane Marines. Oh, the proxy pylon scouted. Guess what? There's stalkers here. There is no... wow, that's a lot of damage to it, actually. Oh, that's classic Clem micro. The debate. It's the debate and switch. But very good job from Estrella. He nearly kills the medevac. It's going to force a repair on it. And that he's just keeping on top of this. This is a very interesting build from Estrella. He's not rushing a 3rd base just yet. Blink's going to finish soon. He's got an observer just now coming out. And we'll see what happens. I think he's going to forfeit this pylon. Yes, he is. Oh, look at this. He's trying to... Oh, never mind. I think he's expecting these Adepts because the Adepts are scouted. So Clem actually playing pretty smart. He's like, you know, we can go for this pylon, or we can try to... It's a trap him. Estrella gonna shoot the 4 Adepts. Psionic transfer, but not gonna be able to do so. Stem on the way for Clem. 3rd base going down for Estrella behind it. And no charge. He's going right into Blink Stalker Colossus. Estrella has some sick map vision, though, but that being said, it's a Raven. Quote the Raven, hack your probes. Stalkers are out of position. There's 1 here, but it's not enough to deal with the Raven. And that being said, oh, the Raven scouted. Estrella knows he needs to pull back. Does have a stalker and a sentry. And the sentry is going to be, of course, targeted because it's an expensive unit. Is going to take care of it. Estrella going to leave a few units back. Has the Adepts out. Going into a Colossus. And he does have his third base. This Raven's just going to chill right here for a bit. And that be it. Okay, this pylon's going to go down to Kirktown right now. That said, the Adept's going to rejoin the army. Not a lot of stalkers out on the map, and some of them have to stay back to defend. But that's about it for the moment. Forge going down. No extended thermal lance. Oh, the Adept's going to get bodied, but they at least are going to be a nuisance and kind of focus off the attention. The Adept shades back. The army's going. And Estrella's going to blink and catch a Marauder. Going to delay the third CC. Yes, he is. And can he blink out of here on that low ground? He's going to want to. That's probably his best bet. He is going to blink out. The Cyclone catches it a bit. Clem should be able to catch him as Stim finishes up. Oh, he's going to... Wow, multi-prong attack from Clem incoming. This is pretty good stuff. All right, that being said, we'll see what happens here. Stalkers coming. Oh, we do have +1 infantry weapons on the way. Colossi coming in, and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow Mapu, because we're going to see at Mapu's great observing skills, guys. Ooh, auto turret coming down. He's an insanely good observer. So when I'm going to Mapu, I'm going to utilize him for a minute. I should probably go into this just in case, but oh my gosh, look at this stuff. Beautiful pickoff from Clem. Clem actually target firing the cybernetics core. That could be a huge loss. And another drop coming in. Bring in more units. Cyber core is going to fall. This is risky business for Estrella to deal with this. There's 2 Widow Mines even right there. Oh, loses a gate, and the robotics facility is now in trouble. The drop coming into the top. This is such a nasty position. Clem's so good at this kind of push. He is going to kill the robotic facility. He can't rebuild another one because this cyber core went down. Charge even is in range of tank with high ground. The drop in the back actually gets some work done. As observers away, and there are Widow Mines. Will Charge be able to finish? That's the question. Oh, he cleans up the bio, but still, this is looking rough. The tanks, the Widow Mines, and everything coming. And this is, well, I think he's going for op speed. The Robo-Bait falling is going to be rough. That research is going to be canceled. Oh, he didn't get extended. Oh, he did get extended thermal lance at least. About it. The second Widow Mine still lives. Pylon going down. That's trying to be built. Well, the Cyber Core at least came in, but we'll see what happens from here. Charge Blots didn't finish, but that's about it out of it. Colossi going to help in the fight. The Stalker's taking a beating. Zealots, oh, just eating Widow Mines left and right. You know how Clen do it. Oh, he loses an Observer as well. It's looking rough for Estrella. He does have a good amount of army still, and it could technically hold, but Clem's saturating his third base. Estrella down a little bit on workers. He's going to try to take this fourth. As Clem just retreats, he goes, I got some damage. We're going to head back. He gets some massive damage. That being said, there's an auto turret coming back. Oh my god, the probes not mining. Poor Estrella getting bullied here for the moment. Oh, we don't have Observer ++, but let's take a look. Clem leading now in the income advantage. Has the superior army size. The upgrades looking pretty even, actually. Estrella going for a Dark Shrine. He actually just narrowly retained the Robo Bay. It's some gas tied up. Either needs to rebuild a pylon or... well... or do something. Oh, I love the Scouter Supply Depot from Liquid Clem. Well, thanks for the optimism, the Big Mac. Always so optimistic here. I don't know. I thought the Stray's doing a pretty good job. Clem did a pretty nasty siege position right there. But the window memes do be good unit. Yeah, I would say this is clearly a... I think this is a big-time Terran-flavored map for sure in this matchup. How you doing, Ranger and the Big Mac? I've been playing Starcraft longer than Clem has been alive. What a noob. Rigatron. I mean... Oh, the disruptors! What are you doing, Estrella? Oh, not like this, Max. He loses the disruptors. This is going on. Oh, Mamma Mia. Oh, the fourth base is good. Look at Bio. Look at this. Oh, what that? It's a rally miss. It's a rally point, it looks like. I don't know why that happened, but that's unfortunate for Estrella. He just lost 3 disruptors. He literally, those could have been such a huge difference. Ghosts still have EMP and Snipe available. And this base looks like it's in trouble. There's so much here. Okay, use the disruptors, Estrella. Fucking, it's actually disgusting to see. You either never catch him because of the range and you kite the disruptor for raise, or they just kill the disruptor before it can make contact. It's imagine Terran, guys. And this upgrade is something that is a bit of a problem. Look at DT. Oh, why did you build that spray and cancel it? The humanity. He's getting nervous or something. That's unluck. Poor Estrella. That was not good for the Max man. Oh, Clem has a 4th base. Estrella can't even get it. And Widow Mines are peppered here like the jerks that they are. That was a nice catch. Okay. The observer helps out and sees all, but not this Widow Mine right here. It's about to come off cooldown. Oh, Estrella even gets the Widow Mine. Not like this. I don't even know if he noticed it. That's unfortunate. But he lost those 400 minerals before. That's very rough. Stalkers in the front. I have to worry about the take care of the bike. Cancel it this time. He canceled it this time. He's trying to hang on by the skin of his teeth. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Estrella just can't keep building stuff for days. He's already on the struggle bus. Gets a couple Marauders, which is nice. But now the 3rd base is in jeopardy. And Estrella at the least needs this to stay alive. You always want to be ahead of it. Oh my god. GG. You're taking your brother's son to school just now. Wish to play this tournament next week. No doubt, Ranger. How you doing, Password? Yeah. Climate is really good, but honestly... yeah, there were mistakes made, sure, but... just seeing that. Disruptors either do everything or absolutely nothing. Oh, disc versus solar is going on too. Maybe next week, Ranger. Damn, I kind of want to... I could have catch a disc. Trigger, I think, is already in the game still. Want to see. Yeah, I gotcha. All right, here we go. True. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern in the blue. Give it up for Liquid Clement. When I said true, I was going to Ranger. He's like, I feel like there's nothing we can do when Terran's got EMP and Vikings bio. Yeah, it gets rough. It do get rough on the streets. And his opponent in the upper right. Representing Alpha X, it is Estrella. So, Mr. Team Liquid Clem versus Max Angel Estrella from Alpha X. Liquid Clem is up a point. All right. Yeah, I kind of feel bad I didn't say hi. Yeah, no problem, Ranger. I'm sorry. I had that for me. It was morning. I got done with EPT Asia. I had to cast at 4:30 in the goddamn morning, then work all day. My pleasure, bud. Abso-friggin-lutely. I saw Ranger on. I'm like, we're raiding Ranger. My homie, Mr. Ranger. Alright, it's going to be a reactor opener from Clem again. This time it's a little less Mimi from Estrella. Is it? No, he went Nexus before Core. Huh. Against Mr. Clem, man. Estrella not getting too bold with his probe. He doesn't want to take any hull damage. He also doesn't want to get eBay blocked or anything. And he's going for that pylon at 22. That should finish out about the same. And he is going to get some damage done. The reactor's not done. I think he should force Clem to react. Estrella, oop. He just has the shift click on. It does force a little bit of damage. Just a smidge of a delay. Nothing too serious, but did almost get a kill on that SEV. Clem getting a full scout. Estrella again doing the chrono boost on Z workers, as we'd seen him do before. Probe should be careful. There are 2 Marines here. He didn't really get a scout in the main base. And it is going to be a 1-1-1, but I think Estrella assumes it's going to be a 1-1-1 pretty much regardless. Clem does have his builds. I think he does feeling pretty aware of the opponent. This is going to be a Twilight opener from Estrella. That being said, SCV's return to the depth's going to go Shade across the map, and we'll see what happens here. Shade going over to side. Alright, that being said, we do have Hellions coming on out, and we'll see what goes on from here. You know what, guys? I realize some of my stuff I'm observing. I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit. Watching Mapu there. It's going to be a double Reaper opener. Reapers are going to be scouted. I'm going to take a couple hits. Oh, the Shade. Oh, look at that micro from Estrella. He gets one of the Reapers already. Takes a hit on another. And there's already Marines pushing across the map. That's going to be a surprise. It's a trap. Well, actually, Estrella going to Shade anyway. And he's going to get some extra DPS. He wants to kill the Reaper, usually. The Hellion's going to be annoying. This is such a Clem build. Shield battery going to finish right here. And that will help him quite a bit. He wants to chase this down. The Marine's going to be a problem. But they are forced back for a second. Warp gate's done. And, well, let's see what happens. Hellion goes down. Beautiful defense from Estrella. Loses a probe and an adept, but guess what? He got 2 Reapers, a Hellion, and a Marine. I would say that was worth it. That was 100% worth it. But guess what? It's a Widowmine follow-up. Blink well on the way. Maximus Angel getting his robotics facility after his 3rd base. Oh, no, actually, that came... Yeah, it's about this... Yeah, I don't know. Who came first, the chicken or the egg? I wasn't paying attention. That's the answer. Oh, the Stalker's just there. They catch it. He sees the Widowmine drop coming, and he gets some good damage. That's basically some really high DPS. He can warp in a couple Stalkers. The Stalker and Sentry going to help. Clem is... What's his aim here? He's going to scout for a 3rd, and that's about it. Even if he G-baits down here, Blink is a thing, and guess what? He almost gets the medevac. Even the probe scouts it. What beautiful play from Estrella. He was right on top of that. That was a little bit of luck, I will not lie. You other brothers can't deny the medevac's only got 14 HP. So a Swift Breeze can kill it. Estrella is well aware, but that was so sick. Great scout. The hallucinated Phoenix coming. These Stalkers are too far away. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. It's only 3 Stalkers, and Clem is already in defense. No, he's just going for the scout and a little pressure. He is going to see some of this. Does debate it back. Estrella going to push in to get some vision, but one of these Stalkers is pretty badly damaged. And I love the patrol pathing here. Estrella going into charge. Immortals and Forge with a Robo Bay. Don't hate that. And Clem getting his stim, combat shielded +1 and a pretty standard 3-1-1 timing. Of course, Clem is pretty on top of that stuff all the time. His builds are pretty tight. And my commands are really scuffed. That being said, did the medevac leave? I think the medevac ended up going home. Yeah, it did. Now it's going to get repaired. Estrella, what's his plan? Let's see, we're on units. Let's go into charge in +1. Guys, I do need to get a new computer. That is my goal. Like, seriously. A lot of my stuff in OBS, I would be a lot better. It's like, you get this lag, not because of just my hands. I have my DPI and stuff set. It's literally my graphics card. So I'm going to try to be more cognizant to how I observe, but some of it is just lag. Low. Not just, it's not smooth. Oh, 2 stalkers going to look for this. They will be well aware of this, but a lot of the army is over here for Estrella. He needs to catch this out. The observer is going to go down, but guess what? He is buying some time for Estrella to get in position, at least, even though there are Widow Mines. Widow Mine drop a scout, and that medevac's down. 1 stalker here in position. Estrella's ready. Beautiful force field. Estrella's playing really good right now. That being said, so is Clem, but still, Estrella probably could consider taking a 4th base. Oh, yo, this Widow Mine drop. This is classic Clem. He's going in a multi-prong. However, some stalkers over here. Estrella's well in position, and he is on him like stink on shit. Only 2 Colossi. I wouldn't hate another one. Come on, Estrella, build a Colossi. He's taking a 4th base, but he's still got the money. Build a Colossus, build a Colossus, build a Colossus. He's getting a War Prism. Okay, that was a cheeky move from Clem, putting the Widow Mine medevac that's really injured right there. So there's still stalkers up here. Estrella, get your army together. Nice force fields. There's no Vikings right immediately with the army. Force fields buying time. Estrella could actually gather some more units. I wouldn't hate it. Tanks unsieging. We do have a battery behind us. Oh, the blink forward I don't agree with. Interference matrix is available 2 times, which is going to be annoying for Estrella. Friendly fire helping a bit. So much Terran, though. Photon cannon actually helping a little bit. And truthfully, oh, the blink forward. He catches the medevac. Estrella getting 4 workers somewhere on the other side. I think a little charge lot run by one back there. And these Widow Mines are peppered out quite annoyingly in the map. Estrella needs another observer. Okay, he is getting an observer. He's well aware of this. Uh-oh, got a little bit of lag here. That was client side, though. I don't think that was my internet. According to OBS, anyway. More Widow Mines. Oh, God. This is like... I can picture Estrella Wootsicle molding right now. Skill mines, folks. Skill mines. Archon's being morphed, and I don't hate that choice of tech from Estrella. Let's see his upgrades. He's only in +2, but Clem's is finishing +2 armor. Going into Vikings and Ghost again. Surprise, surprise. Oh, no. Estrella again eating Widow Mines. Look at the previous game. Did a lot of damage to his Zealots. And the medevac going to make an escape back home. I like this. Oh, okay, Warp Prism going in. There's a scouter pilot. Not a lot back home. Well, it's not too far, but this Warp Prism may get some damage done. We got a Disruptor follow-up. And the Marine's going to come in. Guess what? There's a Photon Cannon right there. Is going to kill the Marine. No. Okay, what do we got going on? Ah, Warp Prism. What's it doing? Estrella. Killing the 1 Marine in style. Okay, 1 Zealot going into Scout and see what's going on. Maybe force attention away. A Marine going to Scout. Zealots on this flank. Gonna come and try to find some value. We will see what happens. Alright. Alright, this drop is coming in before the missile turrets get done. More racks. The 8 racks are going to possibly be denied for a little bit, but some worker kills coming in. Estrella going to drop back. That missile turret and the Vikings going to be a problem. Estrella might want to recall. Yeah, I think he should have just insta-recalled the Warp Prism. Yeah, he's losing that. I can't do a diddly squat now. But there's a big push from Estrella coming in. A scary fight. Estrella, no, he's moving the Colossus too far forward. He needed to bring him back for a bit and debate the army. A little song and dance. He wanted to just end it. I think there's a little bit of impatience from Estrella. He does have a Disruptor. Is the Novon cooldown? It is. Immortal's Interference Matrix. The army supply is pretty close. Estrella's getting a Colossi 2 Disruptor. He's on triple Robo. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So, War Prism gone or not. The Zealots putting some chiseling on the Ghost Academy. trying to be annoying. Gets another worker. 4th base going down for Clem, but Estrella is just going to immediately push out. That being said, 2 Colossus coming behind the other one that came out with the disruptors. It's a Widow Mine still over here. Estrella taking a 5th base, though. So this 4th base going into a planetary just now. Oh, the Widow Mine. That's so goddamn annoying. Disruptor is going to make short work of him. And Estrella has to be careful. He wants to take care of this base. Oh! Decent Nova. Not the greatest, but both of them look like they're in trouble as this army comes. There's a 3rd Nova coming to catch more of Clem's army. Gets a good chunk of it, but will it matter? Estrella's playing way more solid this game. This is looking great. Oh, nice split from Clem, but he still eats it. Gets a Marauder and a Ghost. And there's a ton of Chargy boys before this. Meanwhile, the 3rd base is getting hammered hard by Estrella. The planetary is going to go down. Is going to, wow. Estrella's doing some good work here. And that being said, we have triple disruptor production. No libs out for Clem. Oh, Widow Mines. Oh, God. Okay. Disruptor's going to clean those 2 up. This one over here is still in position. That said, you don't want to really fight a planetary if you don't have the tools to take care of it. But there are a lot of disruptors here. There are some Colossi. There's a lot of charge lots. No Dark Templar house, as Forjumi calls it. Okay. Yeah, not what we're looking to do here. Zealots in the 3rd base, though, getting some work done. Forcing the attention away of part of the army. That's actually pretty good for Estrella. Disruptor will just fall short. And we have more disruptors coming. No Liberators still for Clem. So at that point, it gets scary. Dark Shrine out of the way for that late game DT Shrine. And oh, Estrella get cleared out the Widow Mine. Very good stuff. Estrella on 81 workers. And that kind of Zerg-esque economy. Disruptor from 4. Catches a couple more units. Oh, that one just whips. But there's disruptors for days. Can Estrella do something with this? He's trying desperately. He has to be careful. He is down on army supply. Doesn't he get the Raven? Get the Raven. Oh, he did. He just doesn't have enough stalkers. The Zealots, meanwhile, almost killing the 3rd, but not quite getting it. 12 workers fall. Yeah. Okay, this is costing Clem some money and mining time for sure. Look at this income advantage for Estrella the whole time. That being said, we do have shields and armor going, so +3 armor and +1 shields. You know where you're in a different spot there. Clem going into 3-3 behind it. There's going to be a little power spike for Estrella for a little bit with his +3 ground weapons. All right. Clem's going to push. All right, so this base is just finishing up. Not a lot there to defend. The Dark Shrine's going to finish up right here. And, well, this is where the fighting really happens. Fucking Widow Mines. All right, there we go. Estrella has to watch his micro on the Colossi for sure. I've definitely been known to do similar. Recall to that comes both, or 2 of the robo facilities were in trouble. One is depowered, one is killed, cutting down on the production a bit for Estrella. Estrella had to cancel that base, lost some static, which basically evened out to the amounts of the same thing. Oh God, another CC coming. Estrella, oh no, looks like he might lose this Warp Prism. Barely catches it alive. I think that will go down after Shadow Stride being researched. The +3 armor on the way, but 3-3 is finishing for Clem ahead. The shields coming as well for Estrella. Estrella gonna reclaim that 6 base. Still at charge lots and DTs running in here. It's gonna be a while before Shadow Stride's done. Another Warp Prism. This is double Warp Prism play. Some bio is here. Is Estrella gonna warp in? He is gonna warp in some invisible men. No charge lots. Of course, the army going away from this. Estrella getting some good damage. Still, Widow Mine's a good unit. Okay, Estrella's just killing whatever he can in the main base. He could actually jump on some production. All right. Yeah, I don't think that E-Bay is going to go down. Estrella is going to lose the DTs, but he's pushing in over here with this big death ball. The planetary just finishes a little too late. Disruptor shots fall short. He's got a lot of disruptors, and a Widow Mine's going to go down. Okay, that's good for Estrella. The army's looking pretty close. A charge lot run by Attempted over here, but that's a planetary fortress. Clem's going to go push out again. Clem's losing workers, but realistically, Estrella's been leading on the economy the entire game, going for that 6th base again. Gonna fix his saturation, it looks like, as he needs to, because more bases have been mining out. Estrella really doesn't have a bank either. There's been trades left and right. He constantly needs to build up that economy to reinforce. Oh, this base is in trouble. Estrella, what are you doing? He senses a push over there. He's gonna lose a lot of probes in this too. Pull the probes down. Pull the probes down. Okay, Estrella gonna split his army up a little bit. There's so much Terran. The bottom side is almost as terrifying as the front. Zealot's not getting much done. If he goes and pushes with these Zealots, he should have been sending them right back. He could have kind of got together with this army. That said, this fight over here not going so well. Widow Mines, target the Archon. He really needed that Archon, even though there are EMPs available. But still, it ate the shot of the Widow Mine saving an EMP. Not that both aren't basically free damage if you got it alive. They are. Oh, Disruptors! Clean up a lot of that army! Estrella's multi-pronging everywhere. Zealots in the natural, Zealots in the third. And this is looking crazy. Those were some sick Disruptor hits. He out-multitasked Clem. He literally just out-multitasked Clem. He was everywhere. He was dropping in base up here because he lost his other one. Estrella's still leading on workers. Estrella was just everywhere at one spot. He literally out-multitasked Clem. That's the main base orbital. Clem looks like he's in trouble. I think Estrella may just be able to do it. Disruptor catches nothing. But there's Disruptors for days here. And it's quad Disruptor production. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy shit, that's a lot of Disruptors. And no Liberators from Clem. Oh, he has so many Disruptors. He can just shoot them for days in random different directions. And kind of pull them everywhere. Clem's army's getting picked apart a little at a time. Estrella still has a bigger one, but it's mostly a Disruptor, so he does have to be careful. That's a lot of medevacs. The medevac's gonna yeet up north. GG! Estrella takes it. Holy shit, an actual god among men. That was crazy. I'm like, how are those Novas hitting? It's because he was everywhere. He was hitting them from 4 different directions. He was taking the fight in the front and kind of holding it off. And then he literally multitasked Clem. Love Clem, but damn. How you doing, Judgment? That is sick. Imagine an American doing well on here. The Americas. That's what I'm always hoping for. Trigger and Estrella doing really well. Migs as well. If Migs did, I'd be always really happy, of course. Our goat Terran. Now we'd be rooting for eggs too. That was crazy, those Novas! Nobody's probably paying attention enough to clip that shit. Those Novas were sick. And here we are going on to game number 3. It is match point. Winner advances to the semifinals on this side. Vindicta Beyond's going on, or I didn't refresh the bracket. Let's see here. Goddamn. Oh, Trigger 2-0'd Gumiho. Guys, Trigger 2-0'd Gumiho. Let's fucking go. And I missed it. See, it's good luck when I'm not on there sometimes. When I'm not on my boys. Trigger actually, he's going to go fight Beyond in the semifinal. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon. Give it up for Team Liquid's Clem. And his opponent in the upper left with a crazy, crazy aggressive multi-prong play. Give it up for Estrella from Alpha X. Come in and hop. Guys, Trigger just 2-0'd Gumiho and is going to fight Beyond who 2-0'd Vindicta. This is crazy. If Estrella and Trigger win, I am gonna shit my pants. I'm probably gonna, I'm probably just gonna raid into, like, the Ducklings or something. And... Or Artosis, because I'd raid into the Ducklings. Probably, you know, or Steadfast or whatever, because the, you know, anybody. Because I might just want to go grab a few brewskis to pass out to, because I'm exhausted, guys, to watch the games and not have to commentate. Because I literally casted EPT Asia at literally 5:30 in the morning. I woke up at like 5. I would little after 5 because I was too tired because I took Benadryl and went to bed late. But anyway, and then I had worked all day and had to work late, and I have to go work early tomorrow. And I have to get garbage done, so I do have to go to the store anyway. That being said, let's see what happens here. Little chiseling. Migs came close to taking a game off Ian. Oh, I'm sure he did. Migs is good, man. Migs is really good. Vindicta, good unit. Well, we gotta hope for all our American boys in the EPT Americas. Oh, yeah. Well, Trigger did it. Upset Trigger 2-0'd Gumiho, guys. Look at the bracket in the Wikipedia side. Trigger 2-0'd Gumiho. So it is possible in a land where Trigger 2-0's Gumi God. Anything's possible. Okay, Clem is going to get his CC down. The cheeky probe right here. Reaper waiting. He senses something's amiss. Clem being a little hesitant. Okay. He's still not sure. He's going to go back. He's looking for the probe. Clem knows. Oh. Estrella trying to get the scout, but he scouted the double gas, I believe. Let's take a look at Estrella's vision. Or Estrella's vision. No, he didn't get a scout. Okay. So Estrella probably should have just went in for a scout if nothing else, but he did get under Clem's skin a little bit. What's the play of this game? He's going Twilight again. This map, it's coin flip. Reaper's going to make its way out. The 2 Adepts up. There is a Reaper wall, and the Stalker's going to be out to defend in the Nat. 100% it is. Okay, Reaper's going to come down. Not be able to do much. The 2 Adepts going to be annoying. Will the Adepts get the... Yeah, they cancel. He wants to deny the CC. Yeah, it's a huge delay on the command center. The Stalker's going to deflect the Reaper. And there you have it. The Adept's going to be annoying. Catching a Marine. He wants to... I wouldn't target fire the Hellion, honestly, but he's going to get both Marines first. The Adepts shade away, buying more time for Estrella. Estrella playing pretty good right here, too. Clem does kill an Adept, but still, realistically, that was 3 Marines. 4 Marines, holy shit. That got incredibly more worth it as time went on. It is going to be Blink Opener from Estrella, very standard. I figured so with the Twilight, but you never know with Estrella. He does all sorts of cheeky stuff. Clem going to push with a Cyclone, a Reaper, and a damaged Hellion. The Adept going to go find some pressure. There are 3 Stalkers here. No shield battery. Warp Gate is available, but we'll see what happens here with this push. Adept gonna find its way in, so he's gonna get a full scout. He's gonna see that it's 3 Racks Factory. That's a greasy build in a way. Not greasy, but it's a very strong build for Terran. But look at this. This one Adept forced Clem to retreat fully. The Adept shade gets canceled. That was a huge debate. One Adept forces Clem all the way back home. That was a bit of an overreaction. That one Adept scared the shit out of Clem. Now, excuse me. Yeah, but you didn't cast before you went to work early. I understand that. Judgment. And I have to get to bed. I have to get to work early tomorrow too for something. And I'd struggle with that, as you know, from some stupid bullshit that happened. But I'm saying I had to cast and then do that. So I'm wondering how much of that I'm actually going to do for real. The bare minimum is what I'm going to say. I love EPT Asia, but when it's Monday morning on a work week and you're working full time, I don't think so. Oh. All right, observer coming in and get some vision. We'll see what happens here. Oh, this army's disjointed, so Clem has an open spot into the natural, just a slow zealot there. Yeah, Clem's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. He's got to choose. Oh, the Colossi and the batteries are here. The one is super exposed is going to help repair the Colossi a bit, or the regen the shields, rather. And this third base will go down, but it's not like Estrella's going to be able to do much to get it. All right, the positions changed, and you know what? You know what I wouldn't hate after? A recall to the natural. Oh, now I don't know. Yeah, decisions have to be made, and realistically, it's like sacking a third. It sucks. I feel like he could have pounced on this a bit, but there's no charge. What is Estrella doing? This is kind of heartbreaking because Estrella had a great start. Oh, he picks off a tank, forcing Clem back a little bit. He's getting under his skin. That Cyclone still lives. That's a bit of a nuisance. The stim's done. The combat shield is done. No +1 in this build. Hallucinated Phoenix buying some time. Clem going for a third CC though. That sucks to lose that third base. This map is a hard veto for Protoss. I'm sorry. I am now a believer in this map should be fucking vetoed because there's so many things Terran can do to you. And these kind of pushes. Okay, Stalker's in the center of the map just to scout, pick off a few units. Stray gonna blink him back. He wants to get some vision of this. Army supply in favor of Clem, obviously, and he's gonna have that third behind us. The scary thing. I love the hallucinated Archon. He's gonna use it to tank the tanks and get a little vision. Stray knows he's got to get something done. Charge is far from done. Guardian Shield trying to help out here. The Marauder's getting cleaned up a little bit. Oh no, Stray mismicros the Colossi. Oh, the hard thing is it's just so little economy. Medevac's getting picked off though. Oh, he cleans one up behind it. So without the Medevacs, that could actually be pretty big. And the 3 Stalkers trying to fight a Marauder. He cleans that up. He isn't going to be able to get the tank for now, but he is kind of segmenting off this army a little bit. That being said, another Colossi on the way, but it just now started. The tank's stable. The chiller charge is done though. So with Zoomy boys, I think he can overtake this army. He's going to go in with a Warp Prism though. He could actually do it. Okay, +1 armor getting research from Clem. Yeah, that's frustrating. This map's really hard to secure a third in for like 3 racks builds. Or when you're against them, rather. Warp Prism is out on the map. Okay. He's gonna warp in some Zealots. It's gonna be scouted by the Medevac, however. And Zelly Boy's gonna try to catch this. Not gonna be able to do so. Oh, and look at that. Okay, he's disjointed the army a little bit. Max Estrella. Oh, took a ballsy road with the Warp Prism, but you know what? He's gonna jump on top of this. Siege tank is gonna go down. Estrella's gotta break out. And the problem is he doesn't have a big economy. Losing that third was rough. He lost a Colossi and he only has this base. He's going for a Colossi drop. Dark Shrine. One behind Dark Shrine. There are going to be Vikings out. And that's going to be a bit of a problem for him. But that being said, where's the starport? Oh, it's right here. I went by it. He's going to meme his way to the sun with not speed Colossi, but he's going to try to get some worker damage. He's going to get some. He needs to get some pressure done on Clem on the other side of the map. And he's going to use the Colossi micro. So he's going to get back. Viking's going to be a problem. He needs to keep this Warp Prism alive. Like, really. And truthfully. Oh, he's actually getting some decent kills over here, but the army's kind of clumped up into the Medevacs. That being said, okay, Warp Prism needs to go back. Just as much as the Colossi, because he could get some cheeky DTs in here. And that would be pretty cool. Does he have the money for it? He dropped the third. Estrella does have a gas bank. I'm telling you, now is the time for Dark Templar, because Clem's... Yeah. Estrella, get the DTs. He's researching Shadow Stride, but DTs actually would have helped him huge in the fight. Getting some extra DPS. Medevacs are pretty low on energy. It would have at least drained him. The Dark Templar's shown. Oh, no. Not like this, Estrella. Max in some trouble. Is he going to drop one off? He is. DT trying to do something, but it's going to go down. That time is over. The Warp Prism goes down. Estrella taking his third base. Can he do it? Can he make something happen? He's taking a fourth behind it because he's like, well, we're so behind. We got to pull every stop we can. That's what I love about Estrella. He's because he's out so much mining. You got to be ahead of it, Terran and bases, and he knows he's down on workers, so he's got to catch up. All right. Well, there's a missile turret now, and the Marine's gonna walk by over here and get sliced. Oh, it's just stalkers for Estrella. That's like basically it. Cleans one of the Vikings up, which is kind of nice, but there's still 4, and that's a lot of Marauders. It's just Colossus and Sentries. There's only 1 Disruptor, and that's it. The stalkers are disjointed from the army. 1 Colossi falls. I hate Vikings. Until if you're in a better economic spot, then you switch to Blink Stalker, Disruptor, and Archons. Or Stormy Boys if you got it. Ah, he needs his base so bad. This red needs something here. Okay, not a horrible Nova, but at the same time... DT coming in. Oh, just out of the skin. The DT's gonna go and go hit the tanks. He really needs to get the tanks. See what the thing is? Clem's so smart, he's chasing down the probes rather than killing. He knows he can just body this thing. And the DT's trying to do something, but I think the tanks would be the bigger target. Okay, he has another DT going to do that, but it does ultimately fall. He should have been hitting those from the rip. And, well, this other base is here. Straya needs to save it. 100%. Clem already getting a 4th. Oh, this is rough, man. He started so good. And just with a little bit of miss micro. Terran is a fair and balanced race, folks. Terran is a fair and balanced race. I have to say this 3 times. Terran is a fair and balanced race. Oh, nice Nova, but it's just the Viking. That doesn't matter. Oh, poor Estrella. Clem does take it in a pretty solid game 3, though. He looked like he was on the ropes earlier in the game. Estrella with all the... He really did so much so many smart things in the entire series. So it looks like Clem advances. No Estrella dub. Trigger, however, is fighting Bion. So it's going to be Clem versus Solar. I want to see Trigger. I want to see Trigger. Maybe I shouldn't, because I'm like the bastard child jinxer of Trigger versus Bion's pretty based. That's a semi-set. I was really hoping Estrella could pull through. It's no disrespect to Clem, but come on. It's for America. I need a minute. It's going to be Solar versus Clem. Yeah, that map is rough for Protoss, seriously. Kind of want to get... Trigger, of course. We're going to find out the score. Trigger. Trigger versus Beyond. No, we're going to Trigger versus Beyond. Trigger's up a point. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to jinx him. Trigger just took a game off of Beyond. Can he avenge Estrella? I love Beyond, but this is crazy. Trigger is up a point, guys. We all Trigger fans in here. Let's be real, Pudgy knows. All right, here we go, guys. I cannot, but it's Beyond, dude. Beyond usually bullies Hero, so here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Sister. Into blue, representing Shopify Rebellion. He's a rebel with the Reapers. Give it up for Beyond. And his opponent in the upper right. He's red, representing Basilisk Gaming. Give it up for the Canadian Chad. It is Trigger. All right. The Canadian Killer, I should say. Is this gonna be a triggered Beyond? Or a Beyond believable Triglodyte set? I don't know. I'm getting tired, but this game's gonna be awesome, I'm pretty sure. Trigger going for a Gate Scout, actually. Bold move against Beyond, but it's gonna be a double gas Barracks Factory opener, at least to start with, unless Beyond does something extra cheeky. But he also does this sometimes to go into a 2-1-1. Alright, Trigger is gonna respect this a bit. He didn't go for the full scout on the gas. I think he does it because he gets the read on the CC. He's regained his energy. Trigger gonna be annoying. He's gonna go scout a little. No, he doesn't. I don't know. I think Trigger knows what's up. You can tell by the CC timing that something is amiss. But he's got a pretty standard opener. I like it. I like it. I like it. Going for an Adept and Warp Gate. No shot. The Reaper. Well, no, that's a very good timed Adept. And the Reaper's gonna look for the probe. Oh, the probe makes it out of vision. Trigger gonna do something with this probe. Is he gonna go like proxy Stargate or something? He's gonna proxy Gate. Looks like he is going to proxy or scout. He may go get a little harass. That reactors is coming. Oh, beautiful shade. Trigger with the micro. Bam! That's a Beyond Reaper. Beyond mauls when he loses that Reaper, guys. Let's be real. It's not any Reaper. That's a Beyond Reaper. The guy that the Reapers were nerfed toys from. Incredible stuff. That was a great pick off from Trigger. And, god damn. Incredible stuff. Still, Estrella should feel pretty good that he had the other stuff there. Oh, no, Trigger, you just shaded and saw it. Oh, he loses the Adept. If he kept that Adept alive, that would, I swore he saw it. I think the shade was just going at the end. He wasn't paying attention. He's got to be a little upset. That's okay. It's Flood Advisor, how you doing? Pudgy, how you doing? Chat, what's going on? This is all I'm doing, sadly, tonight. Oof. Mr. Dave didn't have much sleep. Anyway, let's see what happens here. It's gonna be a medevac with the mine and the Marines. Beyond does do this sometimes. Going into a tech lab after. Yeah, it's gonna be one mine. Oh no, it's 2 mines. 2 mines and Marines. He's going full send, and this could be annoying to deal with. Oh no, never mind. Okay, Beyond's gonna play it a little safe. Blank is on the way. Warp Gates is finishing up. We do have 2 gateways, the 3rd on the way. Trigger, Posture gonna take a 3rd. So it's gonna be 3 gate into a Nexus. Definitely safer than 2 gate in a Nexus. Oh, the probe scouts the medevac. Trigger needs to get moving. Blink's a far cry from being done. It does take a while. I like the Observer. It's gonna be a Liberator follow-up. This could be a push after. Bjorn is very good at multi-prong assault, obviously. We'll see if he goes into some big push, or is he gonna go try to pick Trigger's economy apart with the Liberator. Trigger. Okay. Just gets the 1 kill on the other side. Ew, even target fires the medevac. There's still 1 Widow Mine left. Trigger doing a pretty good job here. The Observer just going across the map. Why am I getting lag here? Mamma mia. My internet didn't seem to be dropping, but... Liberator coming in into the main base. Trigger's got the tools to deal with that. The follow-up that's usually scarier. BN going into tanks. It's 2nd tank, and he's going for a push already. Trigger going right into Robo Bay. You know, it's good, but kind of like going into charge for right into charge and then getting the Robo Bay myself. And then you just drop. I'm learning to go Colossus for extended thermal lance. I'm a goof like that. Anyway, Stalker's getting some damage on some of the Marines. Luke hit a few. They've taken a little bit of hull damage, though. They have to be careful because those tanks are coming in. All he has is blank Stalkers. Still, the damage is going pretty good. There's no stim right now, so that is helpful. He has to micro the Stalker back. The others, oh my gosh, these Stalkers have taken a beating. Still, not a lot, much else. One of the pylons is going to go down here for sure. Luckily, he has the backwards pylon for that shield battery, whatever it's called. And Trigger is kind of taking a beating here. Big Daddy Immortal coming in. Not going to do much against the Marines, but guess what? It's a trap. The tank target fires the Immortal, but it ultimately pays off because it allows the Stalkers to jump on top of the tank, but 9 workers fell behind it. I'm guessing that's the Widow Mine? Yeah, that was the Widow Mine drop. Or no, the Liberator. The damn pesky Liberator, and this is a map for him. BN gets 9 workers. That's rough. All right, BN just going into... Okay, he doesn't have a Raven with this push. BN's really good at scouting observers, especially now that they're larger. All right, Colossi going out. Charge just now being started up with extended thermal lance. A Forge coming. Stim and +1. Trigger. We'll scout this contingent, but BN, like as I said, is very good at scouting observers. And why is Trigger going into the scan? He wants to keep BN on his toes. These tanks are in a very good position. If Trigger goes right here, Trigger, don't just blindly go. Send 1 at Stalker. Okay, he is going to. He is going to do that. All right, 4 more gates. No more probes. Wouldn't hate to see him build some probes here. You do have the money. Oh, BN going for classic BN stuff. I think Trigger should pull back. He has nothing to scout like over here, anywhere else in the map, so this drop's gonna go in uncontested for the moment. Extended throw. Oh, he's got 2 damage Stalkers and 1 full one. Could get in a warp and maybe, but all these pylons he's dropping are exposed, and Trigger supply is almost full. He does have some room to warp in some units. Charge is gonna finish up here pretty soon, and yeah, Trigger has no map vision of this. This map is gonna go undetected anyway. Let's see what happens here. Stalkers coming in. Some Zealots trying to be morphed. It's pure bio. Oh, the +1's gonna be targeted and denied. Oh, that's a huge pick for Beyond. Trigger's gotta be so upset with this. Can he cancel the gate? Cancel the gate. Cancel the freaking gate. Oh. Beyond comes away unscathed. 6 workers fell behind it from the Liberator and the Natural. Oh, God. Oh, I wish he was building probes, like I said before. Sounds silly, but It do be a good idea to hammer on the probes when you're going on a 3 base like it's Terran. Still not building probes. You lost a bunch. You don't want to be on an even economy, Trigger. Come on, Trigger. I understand the timing attacks, but still, it's Terran. Look at how the Stalkers are doing. He had some sick defense before, but it's looking rough. I want to say so, but I can't remember. How you doing, Mal Sahar? Pudding Puppy, how you doing? Did he do a 1 gate expand? It was 3 gate expand. The 3rd gate will drop right before the Nexus. Before this. Is that what you're talking about, Pudding Puppy? Trigger, or are you talking Estrella? Estrella went for a 1 gate on some. Or, no, it was a 1 gate expand. Yeah, it was a 1 gate expand, not a 2 gate. It was 100% a 1 gate. What am I talking about? Trigger coming in strong. This timing's pretty good. Actually, Trigger, if he can get in with this powerhouse hit, he needs a blink on the tank. Blink on the tank. Target fire the tank. He's gonna blink on the tank. He's gonna do it. Charge lot's coming in. Trigger is gonna take it in a 2-0. We just witnessed Trigger 2-0ing Beyond. Holy shit, you guys have no idea how fucking stoked I am. That is incredible. I missed the next game. Now I have to cast the whole thing, but they just started the lobby. I can't believe we just witnessed that. Trigger advances to the finals. So even if he loses, he takes back all the EPT points and $100. In heck incredible. Well done by Trigger. Poor Estrella, honestly, I think could have beat Clem. I truly think Estrella could have beat Clem. It was looking damn close earlier on. Oh, it's 0-0. Hey, what's up, Evan? Evan, I need to ask you for some help tomorrow with the guy coming to fix my ceiling. To let him in and stuff. Alright, here we go. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Royal Blood in the blue. Give it up for Clem. And his opponent in the bottom left. Give it up for Onside Gaming Solar. Holy shit. When does that happen? Trigger's made it to the finals before, I think. Once or twice? It was a long... Like last year, I think he made it to the finals once. But the fact that he beat Beyond... God damn, Mateo, what up to the days? Everybody here, the Canadian avenges Estrella. Exactly, Invisible Fire. Just wow, Mateo, wow. Flood Advisor, go, go, go. Let's fucking go. He is. All right, let's see here if Clem can beat Solar. And to be honest, I don't know which of them would be the tougher opponent for Trigger. Well, we still have the upper bracket semifinals, but Trigger has made it to the finals. Over Beyond of all, he 2-0'd, not only did he 2-0, he didn't just 2-0 Beyond, he 2-0'd Gumiho. If Trigger could play with no ping, would he actually be winning KSL? That's the question. That is the question. Seriously, what a legend. All right, here we go. Looking pretty standard from both players so far. So Solar going for 2. He's going for a 3rd. He's not going for metabolic this game. Solar is a pretty standard Zerg player, but still, I gotta actually make a tweet about that. Third hatch going down. That's so incredible. I always say it, like, between Trigger and Estrella, those two are really good. I think Estrella got a little unlucky, and I think if that was the same build and the same situation happened on another map, Estrella really, I hope he considers vetoing that map. Not just Estrella, like a lot of Protoss. I feel like that is a very rough PVT map. All right, what did we got from Clem? So far, he's just going into 1-1-1, so no cheeky super fast third yet. We'll see, though. Yeah, I don't think Clem's going for a fast 3. Yeah, no. He's not going for a super fast third just yet. He could drop one soon, though. It doesn't look like it, though. He's spending his money. Clem is setting up some kind of build. Solar just playing pretty standard here. He's getting those queens, those lings, getting metabolic boost. He's only got one gas, one on gas, and one gas for that matter. Clem building up his wall, and we'll see what happens. All right, Clem getting a Widow Mine. This is very Clem TVZ play. Is going to clean up the ling, which scouts not much, just 4 Marines. Okay. It is going to be a drop. With Marines and a Widow Mine. Oh my god, a fusion core! What the deuce? We have a fusion core coming, folks. So after this drop, there's no tech lab yet, though, but it doesn't matter, I don't think. It's gonna be a little swap Marino. So it's a Marine Widow Mine. This is toxic. Solar wants to get a scout, and he is gonna get a scout. Oh, if Solar, if he ran in there, it got deflected. It's so important that Clem denies the scout. Who would expect after this to have battle cruisers? All right. Fusion Core is going to finish. The tech lab's not even started, though. It did mess with Clem a little bit. He was hoping to get a tech lab, I'm pretty sure. It's going to delay the BC a bit, but guess what? It's going to be scouted. All the Marines are out. That is the sacrifice. This fusion core is very likely to be scouted. The third CC is a little later. The drop coming in from Clem, though, is going to be scary as heck and heck. Oh, that said, Solar with the micro is going to get the Widow Mine. So both queens survive. There's a lot of queens that deflect over here. They can hold this push, I'm pretty sure, alone, especially when the Marines make their way in. But is this going to be a drop again? Oh, Overlord is going to manage to escape. Ling's going to go into surround. Spores and the layer coming down. It's scouted. And we got roaches coming from Solar, but this is BCs. He's gonna need more spores at the least. He's got a good queen count, but this is such a cheeky play from Clem, though. This is a wild build from our Terran player. Battle cruiser operational. Solar has to... Wow, he loses 7 drones to the Hellions now. Clem's just everywhere, doing Clem micro things, and now a battle cruiser coming? I don't know if Solar can handle it. He has to deflect all that. He went into Roachy boys. Roach is going to slowly posture across the map to catch Hellions, or is he just going to try to get some damage of any kind? Kind of a weird push from Solar. Oh, the Roach is going to get in there, and they're going to fight the SCVs as the third CC goes to land. He's going to get some kills. He needs to get some kind of damage and kind of jabate Mr. Clem. The battle cruisers deflected. Oh, all the queens in defense. Solar playing so good. Yeah, the roaches actually may pay off. The medevac's helping to keep the SCVs alive, but still draining some energy. It's pretty good, I guess. Another battle cruiser was on its way, and we'll see what happens. BC's taking a few more hits. Solar just casually going to take a delayed fourth. No problem. Ling run by. Oh, he should. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I wonder if he's going to go for the workers. Yeah, I think he should have just went for workers, but he's going to try to escape saving some of the Lings. Is pretty good right there. Battlecruiser going to pick off a Ling. Pretty comically. Zerling Laster. Small type of dog. All right, Spire going down in the natural for Solar as the Hellions go for a massive run by, but there's roaches to defend. Glial Reconstitution finishing up for our third player. No Evos yet. There's no, like, Baneling Nest for a bio transition. I don't know. This is looking like mech. In fact, I know it's mech. He's got 3 factories. Clem's actually playing mech. Ew. So open what looked like bio. So that was a good read to go into the Roach Warren, truthfully, from Solar. 8 Corruptors are on the way, and it's BCs and tanks and stuff to follow. Still some bio with Medivacs. Is there an armory for Hellbats? That would make this all the more terrifying. Yeah, it already is pretty terrifying. Solar needs to buy time for these Corruptors, but at the same time, there's a lot of Marines. There are 2 BCs. All right, the Corruptors are jumping in. They're going to jump on top of the BCs, but they're going to eat a lot of bio damage. That being said, will they get this all? The BC is able to teleport away. The Medevac's going to go down. Going to allow some damage to get done. Still, the tanks are good units. And the Queens and the Roaches are ultimately going to overtake this. Nice transfuses from Solar. And the Corruptor's going to just move across the map to go try to find some damage on something. Do they get the BC in time? Oh no! Solar not paying attention! He doesn't target fire the BC before it was getting repaired, and he loses a bunch of Corruptors. That said, it's a lot of Ling Roach Ravager. And wow, what a game. This is crazy. That was the biggest debate from Clem of all time, but at the same time, what's with Zealots? I don't know. If you're getting 4-gated, you can be anywhere from Platinum to Masters 3. Usually is where you're going to see that. 4-gate Zealot? What do you mean? Just plain Zealot? Yeah, like a proc. I don't know. That sounds like ladder. It's the age-old cheese, my friend. Anyway, Corrosive Bile is going to come in okay, but the Corruptor's not able to breach these siege or these battle cruisers. Honestly, the Biles, I think, should have been hitting the SCVs, and this whole expensive army of Solar is going to go down. Does he land the Biles? Oh, unfortunately not. Clem just misses him. More Corruptors coming, more Ravager attempting to be more Lings trying to come out, and he's going to need some upgrades, I feel like, to deal with this. He's going to need, like, range attack and melee, but it's tough because of the BCs, too. BC's still in production, so Solar has to continue what he's got. He can't really get into Ling Bling. He's just in Ling. The Overseer's here to scout, still uncontested for the moment. That's really not too much of an issue. At the same time, army supply for Solar is growing crazy high. He just needs to gate it all together. And the problem is well, the tanks are just sieging up back here. He did a good job taking care of them. The Overseer goes down. Solar is ahead on army supply, but ultimately will it matter? Nice teleport from Mr. Clem. At the same time, it's mech. Is it really nice? Do be a function of BCs. And oh, the Biles trying to get workers. Yeah, he's got to catch these workers with the Biles is the thing. Catching the workers means you can't repair the battle cruisers, and that makes it all the more terrifying. I believe that is the play. It doesn't catch any. Well, he gets 12. Clem even taking a 4th base behind. The Solar's been stuck on this 4-base economy because he's had to pump out army and units nonstop. Mag field accelerators being researched. How many battle cruisers are there? There's 3, and the 4th one is coming. 4th one is coming. Let's see which ones have teleported. 1, but he could potentially get 2 battle cruisers. He just doesn't have enough Corruptors yet. He's getting more. There's no upgrades coming for Solar, and that's going to be a problem. 2 Hellions going to go in before Infernal Pre-Igniters, a.k.a. Blue Flame, is being researched. And we'll see what happens here. Ling's pouncing in. And, yeah. Do look like a scrappy battle. Okay. Hello? Planetary Fortress started. Or Solar. He's literally stuck on Metabolic, Aspire, and a Roach Warren with Glial Reconstitution. Ling's going to scout this out. But that's about all that's going to happen here. We do have Sensor Tower coming down. Is that a sensor? No, it's a missile turret. No, it's Sensor Tower. It is going to be Corrosive Bile down. The Caustic Spray is activated. The Corruptors are not using the air. They're using Caustic. They want to kill that Orbital Command Center. Instead, they're going to go in. They need to fight the BCs. The BCs are teleporting. That's a lot of Mag Field Accelerator Cyclones. There's no Lings that come in over here. Yeah, it's a problem when it's a Roach Ravager against Magfield Accelerator Cyclones. They just kite for days. The Corruptors trying to find some value. Actually, they can come to help force some missed target fire of the... Okay, Viles just missed the PCs. The Corruptors get it. He gets one. He's got to take these out. He gets one. The BC number is going down, and Clem's economy is getting devastated here. 27 workers falling. He still retains the orbital, though. And this is a scrappy game. Solar's just going full send on 66 drones. Clem down to 47. He does have the 3 orbitals, but this one looks like it's in trouble. Every time Solar wants the caustic spray again, he can't. He doesn't have that many corruptors. Let's see how many he has. Okay, he has an additional one coming into the fight. And that's not going to matter so much. The worker count's going on. 33 workers fall for Clem. He's still got quite a few. The repairs is something. But you know what? GG is called. Solar takes game number 1. All right. Crazy stuff. Winner goes on the fight. Trigger in the finals. Unbelievable. And this is, this could go either way. Still a best of 3. The finals is a best of 5. Now I'm compelled to cast this, even though I have stuff to do and I have to try to get up earlier. Oof. Effects on you. All right. Solar beating him with no, like, that was a tough play normally, but Solar read that like a book. He did, ultimately, Clem's medevacs didn't help him there. Anyway, down a point, but not out of it. Representing Team Liquid in the blue, give it up for Clem. Liquid Clem. And his opponent in the bottom right. I should probably not do that sometimes. He is a red, representing Onside Gaming. Give it up for Solar. I need to make simpler introductions because I tend to have my hand slip sometimes. Alright, anyway. Looks to be pretty standard from Solar so far. Oh, it's Clem got. Yeah, it looks like he's just going for barracks first. So 16 hatch. It's looking like at least. And a barracks first from Clem. That's all we know. Solar's like, bro, I gotta play against Gumi God and Maru sometimes. We went through the whole mech stage for a bit. But that was still a really sick build from Clem, nonetheless. I think that was a really wild one for both sides. I thought Solar was in trouble, but he just hammered down on the army supply and he came in strong. Yeah, true. That be true. How you doing, Sir Tree? And Gene Sims cats bringing mice back. Dead mice. That's what they do. Alrighty. SCV going up for the Scout Reaper to follow after. We're going to get a delay on the third, or is Solar just going to go into Metabolic first? He's cut off gas. He's just on the one gas. Okay, he's just going to take his third base. Again in this game. Wait, what's he doing? Builds another drone? Solar? Well, guess he's going to build another drone before. Has the couple lings. The queen's not out. The lings are out of position. Okay. He wanted to try to get a surround on the Reaper. That actually is kind of cute. He's taking some damage on these lings, but the queen comes out. Oh, it's a trap. The Reaper does get deflected. We'll see what happens. I am loving tonight. Let me just tell you, folks. It is looking pretty wild. Two queens going in a staring contest with the Reaper, trying to chase it down, but they know they can't catch up to it. Look at this, these two posture now. Anyway, let's see a Clem's build. He's going for a 3cc this game. Very fast third base. He sees that Solar's open pretty standard macro play, metabolic boost. And I'm curious to see. Usually, it's going to be something like a Banshee, but we'll see. It could be fast stim. We've seen Special do that in some other folks. There's a bunch of things you could do. Usually, it's Banshee play. Tech Lab going down. I think it's going to probably be Cloak Banshee opener. Just a standard play from Clem. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. Alright, that being said, we got more to come. More to figure out. Okay, there's going to be a Hell... Oh, it's Hellbat Marauder. This is 100% Hellbat Marauder. He's got the Viking coming out. I saw that Marauder come up at... I'm like, we're going to see a Marauder after. So he is going to go Hellbat Marauder with 3cc. And Solar needs to scout this. The problem is this map's so big, it's kind of easy to deny the scout. But there's like one Marine. This Overlord should be able to get a read of this, but possibly, but that's got a long distance. Oh no, the Viking. It's the purpose of the Vikings to kill the Overlord. Anyway, if this Overlord gets any vision over here, he is going to know what that Tech Lab on. He's going to have a good idea of what it is. Oh no! Yeah, keep going left, keep going left. Solar is going to get the scout. He is going to see what it is. He can see that researching. He's going to know if it lived even longer to see it finish, he'd know exactly what it is. All right, so we got a Spore coming. We got double Evo. We got Lings. We got drones. He's going to need a Spine Crawler. Okay, getting damage on the Hellions is okay, but there's that armory. We have... Oh, he's going stim, not concussive. Oh, no, he has concussive going into stim after 3 Rex. Yeah, it's 3-1-1 follow-up after is what it turns into. But still, let's see how Solar does with this. The Reaper's still alive. The Medevac coming with 2 Marauders and the Marine. Oh boy, this Overlord. Well, it's only 1 Marine, but the Viking is going to come in too to be a component in this fight. Uh-oh. He scouts it. He sees the Medevac. He knows something's up. Concussive Shell, Marauder, and Hellbat. It's so annoying. And there's not a lot of energy on the Queens. He has some transfuses available, but it's going to take everything to fight this off. And damn. Still, if you can hold this, you can get some... It's a good sign. Medevac falls. A lot of the Army of Terrans fall, but these Queens are starting to drop like dominoes. Does he have another transfuse left? That's the question. The Queens... Yes, he does. Okay, he cleans it the hell up. Solar with a pretty good defense, all things considered. And we'll see what happens from here. Marine falls, and that be that. Solar even takes his 4th hatch behind it, which is very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Loving the stream. Thank you. What up, Marco Yolo? Well, guess what? We have Trigger in the finals. Trigger to not only Gumiho, but Bion after Marco Yolo. This is a very good weekly. So we have Trigger in the finals, not just beating any Terran. To beat Gumiho and Bion is pretty wild. Granted, not on the same servers, but still. Estrella took a game off of Bion too. No, off Clem. I'm sorry. Estrella took a game off Clem. And it looked like if it wasn't that map, I'm telling you, I think Estrella had it in the bag for the game 3. That map is just brutal. Like, he had such a good early game. He was on top of a lot. He had some mistakes, but you know something? I think he still could have had it. Ling's going in. This is a... I love that it's a Ling Bane. And 1-1's going to finish up ahead of the Terran. Or at least at equal footing. If you get to that spot at Zerg, you're in a good spot. Let me tell you. Widowmine. Oh, beautiful defense from Solar. And he, yeah. Oh, but that Widowmine catches so much. How many kills is that? 4 kills. Someone's Banelings. Centrifugal hooks is way off of that. 1-1's going to be nice for Mr. Solar. Liquid Clem looking good. Getting a 4cc. Army supply in favor of Clem at the moment, but Solar's getting this other hatch up, so he's going to be pumping out some Lings with these drones. And some Lings, I mean a lot of Lings. It is Ling Bane, but Clem does like his Widowmine, so that's the problem. Hellbat's going to be used over here to be quite annoying against Ling Bane. The Widowmine here is going to be even more annoying. Oh, Baneling is sacked, but it's worth it. Solar does see the Widowmines up there. I think he totally did. That's why he retreated more, even though he had the Banes. Centrifugal hook's about to pop in 8 seconds. So we're going to see some speedy Banelings. All right, it's Ling Bane Hydra with muscular augments coming. It's been the switcherino lately, especially since the Hydra change. All right. It's going to be a Widowmine drop, too. Oh, God, this is annoying. Oh, boy, that's the problem with this base. Look at this. We need siege tanks when you can just put Marines behind you, your mineral line. Unlucky for Solar. He's still got plenty of drones, but he's going to lose more over here. Oh, the Widowmine drop right here is going to be annoying. Solar does pull a little late, but not bad. Actually, he does a decent defense. He is going to want to go back. The Widowmines are picked up. The Overseer's out, and another Widowmine catches more. That's 9 drones fall. This hatchery looks dead, that 5th base, but Solar does have one on the top right going down at the same time. Well, we need to see more Hydras. The Hydra's stutter stepping forward, gets a full medevac of Marines. Oh, no. He doesn't... He almost got... He could have got another one, I'm pretty convinced. Still, that being said, where are the Widowmines? It's hard to see with everything all clumped up here. I think they were cleaned up, ultimately. Solar leading the army supply. And actually, he's keeping up on the upgrades again into 2-2 with Clem. Drilling Claws, well worth it in this game, I would say, from the composition. Clem is making that beautiful ghost transition, though. He is anticipating lurkers, but we're going into Vipers first. And Adrenal Glands for Solar. He's not rushing the lurker down. He's probably going to want to get it at some point. Okay. Oh, that back end Widowmine. I thought they were going to be cleaned up for Solar, but they are not. Clem dropping in the back. And we'll see what happens. Alrighty. Nice move out here from Mr. Clem. But Solar is like on top of this pretty well. And meanwhile, I think this is going to be a multi-prong. No. Yeah, it is. Look at these medevacs. Got a bit of a multi-prong going across with Hellbat, Marauder, Widowmine mostly. And now we're just getting into the lurker den, but Adrenal Glands popping and 3-3 on the way for Mr. Oh, wow. This is an upgrade lead and then some for Solar. Uh-oh. He needs to keep these Vipers alive. Oh, Widowmine kills a Viper. That was well worth it for the window memes right there. Well, nice splits from Solar. That was actually some 6 splits. Oh, Parasitics bombs, good unit. And these medevacs are going to be chased out. This is a planetary, however. And a lot of this bio is going to be cleaned up. That being said... Oh, that was a good call from Solar. The planetary's just started, but he's going to hop right on top of this base before anything can come, but the bio's going to come back. Does he get the kill? Looks like he almost does, but he at least forces the repair. This is a massive Zerg army pushing in. It's almost maxed, pretty much. We do have a lurker den, but he's not researching seismic spines, which will be a big problem. And we'll see what happens from here. Banelings coming in. Hydralisk attacking. Oh my god. This is crazy. Alright, Lings making their rounds. And there we go. The seismic spine's coming later, but 3-3 finishing up for our Zerg player. He's got an upgrade advantage. Vehicle plating for the Widowmines of Liquid Clem becoming Solid Clem now as Widowmines. Alright, funnily enough, if these queens just had... Oh, no, it's right before the the stuffs. Okay, Queens need to pull back a bit. Solar knows there's a Widow Mine there. Okay, Lings are gonna see this push coming, but this base needs to get up. It's getting to be split map here, folks. That said, there's a Nidus Worm coming, as well as this base is gonna be a kill, not a cancel. Medevac's gonna pick this up just in time. Bio getting cleaned up a little, but it's still not enough. Oh god, these Widow Mines are so frustrating to deal with. That being said, we don't see any lurkers just yet. Adaptive Talon's coming. I think this is going to be a surprise YOLO with that Nidus. Is Solar going to pull a Dark? Oof. Oh my god. Jeez, this is looking wild. And, yeah. Factory going down. Yeah. Baneling does get a little hit on the end there. Supply in favor of Clem as he pushes forward a bit. But Solar's making more Hydras. Where is this Nidus coming? We don't see it loaded up with anything because he doesn't have any vision. If he can get some vision over here, that could be a cheeky surprise. Clem's getting in position over here, though, because he knows this is where he can go. The Widow Mine scouts all. And I think he's going to see these lurkers. No detection. If that Widow Mine hits the lurkers, that's going to be unlucky. Or these Banelings. Oh, does not. How many kills does that have? 11 kills. Big Baneling bus trying to go through. It's scouted. That being said, the Nidus is coming through. And do we got lurkers? We got lurkers in the main. Every Terran Malds, there's Ghost here. But you know something? That's the only Ghost to hold it back. Okay, some more are coming. Will he be able to get the lurkers out in time? He does have adaptive talents inside the spines. He needs to drop them immediately. Drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them, split them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Overseer's out for the Widow Mines too. Snipes are good, but guess what? They're cleaning up a lot of this. These lurkers getting the work done. Did they deny the upgrade? Oh, it forces... No, they completed. Damn, they were so close in delaying +1 weapons. Or +3 weapons, rather. I don't know why I said +1. Lurkers just forced here. The Baneling bus coming in hard. Is this going to be a 2-0 for Solar? This is a lot of damage. The army supply starting to dwindle a little bit for Solar, but I mean, his Banes, they definitely don't count as army when they explode. Still, it's trades and mitigated damage. The Lurker's still doing the work, but ultimately that was a costly loss. That being said, Solar does kill the third. And Clem doesn't have a huge bank. He's got more Ghost Marines and Mines in production. It's going to be more Banes. Solar doesn't really have a bank either, though, funnily enough. He lost his hatch before, so he's just now going to rebuild it. He's taking this base, too. That's going to be helpful, and he's going to clean up the rocks so he can get more creep spread. Nidus going down here, but the army's here to see it. Is it just going to be a debate? That's the question. No, it's going to be a kill. There are more orbitals, though, for days. Still, this orbital's in trouble. This could be a kill on this orbital. And here it is. Nidus going down to the south. Clem is going to stop it. What happens here? The army supplies are pretty close. There are Widow Mines still alive. They can do some terrible damage to the Banes. Ghosts are out for days. And that said, the Nidus is going to go up, but not really. It's going to go down ultimately. The Concussive Shell Marauder is actually helping out in this as well. We don't have more lurkers coming because, quite frankly, Solar didn't have the bank. You get more now. And that would not be too shabby. He's okay. I like this Nidus up here so he can reinforce from his lower hatches. Kind of teleport around or retreat. Oh no, the Widow Mine's going to kill the Overseers. Hydra's cleaning up some of the mines. That was pretty nice. And another Nidus going here. The Nidus over here was kind of a distraction a bit. The SCV is going to see it. This is a block on the CCs, what that is. So also ultimately, Clem is now going to have to deal with this army. Solar has lower army, but it's still kind of terrifying. He has to be careful how it goes. And yeah, Clem's army's a little split up here, so the entirety of Solar army here is a little rough. He's getting Burrow just now, and we'll see what happens. All right, Solar. Scrappy game. Let's take a look at the trades. The army size, the income advantage has been in favor of Solar. The trades, they honestly are pretty good for Solar considering his TVZ. You kind of couldn't ask for better. Even though the map split up, the base is lost, the everything happening, it's all wild. It's all wild around Hizzy. I don't think, yeah, that Nidus is not going up. But guess what? It's a trap. There's lots of Widow Mines here. Speaking of traps, did we get some friendly fire at least? Oh, the Banelings come crash. Oh, all of them died in one instant. I think Solar hit the explode button. That was weird, unless a Widow Mine hit them. He did get a lot of the buyout, but still, the army supply in favor of Mr. Clem. All right, they're going to stem and chase this down. I wouldn't hate to see more lurkers. There's a lot of ghosts, but still, yeah. Lurker's good unit. Another attempt at a Nidus down here. He really knows he needs to delay mining time. Clem's bank is not there. And they're forced to long distance mine. All these orbitals means a lot of these bases have been mined out. He has a few fresh bases, but we're talking several mined out completely. The Nidus, another distraction, as Solar, like, really wants to take this side down because he knows if he gets in here, if he gets on the production, it's just GG. Like, you still have to worry about the Terran army, but Solar's got the base advantage. He's trying to take bases on Clem's side of the map now. And trying to get, he's just being distracted with these Niduses. Sick series. This could still go either way, I feel. Though Solar is starting to get a massive bank, and he has the hatcheries to spend the money. Nidus again going to be annoying. It does cost him money for every Nidus, but still, it is cutting some pressure. Once this creep gets over here, though, this is going to get scary for Clem. And, well, that being said, he forces another lift on another orbital. Still, no lurkers, but there's so many ghosts. I guess that's part of why. Oh, that was a juicy mine shot. Catching a lot of the Zerglings behind it. Oh, my good lord. All right, Ling's going down. Solar trying to pressure on the other side now, which I don't really hate too much. Okay, Overseer falls. And we'll see what happens from here. Baneling's gonna get hit by Widow Mines. He needs these Banes. There's so many ghosts, though. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, this Ling run by with the Banes is actually gonna help out. That's one dead planetary fortress. Clem's still getting another one behind it. He started to get a bank finally. There was enough of a little bit of a war of attrition, or just kind of, I mean, I wouldn't even call it that. But realistically, it was enough to cause some serious damage. And if that's a canceled CC or a kill, yeah, I don't know. Clem's starting to fall apart here. These guys are playing with ping. They're both in Europe and, I mean, France and South Korea. So both of them have some ping. Great damage done by Solar over here. Clem's bank is not looking as high as Solar's, that's for sure. And Solar's maxed out. He's going into ranged attacks +3 now. Again, could make some tech shifts. Oh, Clem sees that. He's got to be like, oh, shit, I got to get something done. And I need to get something done soon. But I can't really breach this. Solar's been whittling away at him a bit at a time. We're starting to see it. Why and how. Over 2 more CC. How the hell's Clem affording this? Oh, mules. That's right. Imagine Terran. Okay. Oh, the Ling's trying to run by the natural. Going to split apart the army a little bit. There are Widow Mines down here, but guess what? It's going to create a Sangich a little bit, allowing Clem to jump in. The Widow Mines. Oh my god, there's so many Widow Mines. It's almost obnoxious. Between the Ghost and the Mines, the only thing we're missing is Liberators to make this more annoying with advanced ballistics, but that's neither here nor there. But Solar is having to contend with a lot. Clem is kind of on his back foot a bit, though. Let's be real here. Not kind of. He does not have the economy for much. A parasitic bomb would be beautiful if he can land a juicy one in the middle. Because there's a lot of really injured medevacs here. Ghosts are cloaked, but you know what? Not going to matter as much. There's a lot of ghosts, but there's a decent amount of Banelings here. They're going to collide in, cleaning a lot up. Oh my god, and there goes a big chunk of Clem's army. He doesn't have that much money left. Solar can start thinking of that transition I was saying before. Look at this. There's a Widow Mine right here next to the hatch. But still, that being said, I think Solar can trade basically anything at this point other than losing his entire army in one shot. So many snipes available though for Clem and Cloak. Personnel Cloak. I think this is looking like we're getting toward the end, folks. Solar getting the Nidus up, but one Marauder kills the Nidus. Oh my god, the friendly fire of the mines. Oh, that is rough for Clem. Still, Solar is respecting it, even though his army's there. GG's called, and poor Liquid Clem goes down in the semifinals. It looks like it's a Trigger versus Solar finals. Well played. GG's, boys. Now I'm going to have to cast this, regardless of how tired I am or whatever, how many people watch or care, because all the big streamers are on it. We got my boy Trigger. And honestly, Solar is one of my favorite Zerg players too, not going to lie. Fucking needing coffee to do this though. You guys have no idea how this is taxing me today. 2 EPT cups in one day, and I didn't catch the whole enough of Asia, but I did the best I could. So let's see where we're at in the delay. That was a crazy one. I'm just checking to see where we're at in the delay. Trigger versus Soul. I didn't even update my... Wow, I'm an idiot. This is too much work. I wish I could update, pull text from my title. I gotta figure out how to do that. If I could pull text from my title, that would be so sick. Because this would update on my screen here too. So for the VOD, it's all so screwed up. I manually do it all. This is a sick one. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I appreciate you doing this even though you're super tired. Thank you. Thank you for watching my stream. If you happen to be new here. I know we ain't the biggest stream here, but you all be homies hanging out. We got a group of the homies, I'm sure, here. I know for a fact. Please smash that follow button. Damn, now everybody's leaving. Oof. Oof. Feels bad, man. This do be the finals. Trigger 2-0ing two of the best Korean Terran. All right.
Giddy up.
Thanks for the follow, Freak Show with 2 V's. How you doing, Crazen? What up, buddy? Thank you so much, Freak Show. 2 EPT cups in one day, and I had a long earlier start and a later end of my day at work. And I have to do my garbage and shit, too, after this. All right, guys, this is a best of 5 finals, and what a shocker. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we actually have a North American in the American finals, representing Basilisk Gaming in the red. Give it up for Trigger. And his opponent in the upper right, hailing from South Korea, representing Onside Gaming, it is Solar. Very cool stuff. And, you know, I gotta say, it's been a wild ride, folks. Clem did make it to the semifinals. Estrella was damn close to at least getting that far. And Solar just is on point. Fire. Trigger and Solar are on fire, but Trigger with 2 2-0s against Terran before. I think there's going to be Hero's going to be watching him for strats, and so's Max Packs now. Jeez Louise. Bruh. I want to see those replays, because I only caught one of the games of that series, too. And I had to choose between Estrella and Trigger. It's all crazy stuff. And now, the crazy thing is, this is such a good week of stuff, and there's so much Starcraft content going on. Looks like I bored chat to tears. We've decreased viewers by like half. So thank you all for hanging around that are. Bad job, Dave. Mr. Caster. All right. Alrighty, we do have the Cyber Core coming. Nexus going down as well. Looking pretty standard setup from Trigger so far. It looks like he might be going Stargate, but who knows? It's probably, yeah, it's the Stargate. 100%. Yeah, he's waiting for the gas. Wait, what? Yeah, he's still waiting for the gas. There he is. Not like picture perfect timing on that, but yeah, you got some minerals, I guess. Just a couple second delay on the Stargate. This probe looks like it. Okay, I guess the probe's not in trouble, but he does get a scout and a read on what's going on a bit. He's gonna send the probe back home. It looks like Adept gonna shade out to get some information, and yeah, that's about it. Warp Gate coming down behind second Adept. Looks like it's probably gonna be an Oracle a little bit, unless he goes Void Ray. It's possible. We do see it from time to time. Creep Tumor is gonna be targeted, but not taken down. Does take some damage, but don't think it's gonna matter that much. The Adept gonna jerk around here and be like, well, I forced triangle third. Trigger did force the triangle third, so that probe was an MVP right there. And actually did get something done. Adept trying to escape, and will it do so? Oh, he gets... Oh, wow. Forces some lost mining time. Chad moves from trigger. Wouldn't it be something? Wait, the probe's going back. What is this probe doing? Oh, a miss rally? That was really weird. I think that was a miss rally. Yeah, I think he probably had his Oracle. Oh my gosh, he had the probe and the Stargate tied together. I'm just calling it now. Metabolic boost is done for Solar. That said, we do have 2 Adepts. Trigger, is he going to take this base? Oh, the Adept going to block it? Yeah, he is going to take this base, but the Adept, again, in a bit of a block. Probe going to defend the Adept. Or buy some surface area away from the Adept. That Adept should be able to kill all 4. Well, yeah, there's actually more Lings. He's not going to be able to do so, but... Oh, he should have just hit it. Could have killed one of the Lings before it died anyway. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Another Adept going to come in. Will these Lings get hull damage? It looks like the answer is yes. That said, an Oracle is out. And will the other one... Where is the Oracle, actually? Okay, he's chasing stuff around. He took some... Okay, took some damage. He got 2 kills. Let's take a look at what the kills were. 1 drone, 4 Lings. Yeah. Looks like this Oracle was not paying dividends. Just 2 Oracles for now. We do have the Forge and Twilight coming. So looking like the hero build from Trigger. Alright. Trigger does like to spice things up in his own way. Thank you, Sir Tree. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty. Couple stalkers coming out. Is this going to be a trap, though? Trigger has not started any research on the upgrades or the Twilight. Huh. He does have a couple Oracles, both still alive. I wouldn't hate it if you used them defensively against a player like Solar, known for Ling Floods. Solar is going for the Roachborn. It's going to be blinking +1. A little delayed, but we'll see what Trigger's got for it. He dropped a couple more gates. It's just a 4. Oh, wow, the Ling's aggressing. Trigger needs to do something here. It's just 1 Ling pushing this off. Another Stalker comes in. The Adept's coming to play, too. And the Stalkers and Adept's going to try to deflect for a bit. The Oracle's coming back. It's a good amount of Lings, but nothing too crazy. Glial Reconstitution being researched. So Solar going for going for a Roach Rav Headbutt. Not going for +1 melee just yet. Usually he does that. I'm wondering if Solar is going to metagame or do something that he doesn't normally. That is the question. All right, we do have a Templar Archives, a Robo, and +1 on the way. For Trigger. Does scout that the 4th base is finishing up for Solar. That's a goddamn lot of Lings. Stalkers are out of position, don't have blink. Oh, why did you move them, Trigger? Not like this. He wasn't paying attention. I think he just instinctively moved them. Or, well... Yeah, he lost 2 Stalkers. That's pretty expensive for just a couple Lings. Not the greatest trades. Queens are going to see this. Trigger. Ah, he's not paying attention. Blink's not done yet. Storm's other. I like the Storm follow. Ooh. Problem is, he doesn't know what he's got coming against him. He's got a lot of Roaches. Trigger isn't... Okay, he's posturing to take a 4th, but he doesn't have anything over. That's a lot of Lings. He's at least going to scout the Lings. There's no shield battery in the net, by the... Oh, he's going to drop it. Trigger's pushing out. Trigger. The humanity. That is going to have to be a cancel. At least it is. Yeah, he cancels everything. The Oracle. Oracle? Hello, Oracle? Oracle. Hello, Ollie the Oracle. Okay. He's going to deflect it. Kill an Overlord. And, yeah, that will supply block Solar for a bit. Though Solar has quite the massive army. 69 supply. 69 to 69 supply. I'm screenshotting this. Sorry for the lag. I had to screenshot that. That is a nice play. The Immortal is going to be fully surrounded, and that's the only one he had. Storm's not done yet. Roach is going to make their way in. Oh, this is looking like a disaster. Big Daddy Immortal going to come, but that's a goddamn lot of Roaches. Zealot trying to buy some time. Storms, not so great against Roachy boys. Doing a little better against the Ravs. He has more Storms, I think. The Roach is getting a lot of work done here. Slow Zealot coming in. No charge behind us. Big Daddy Immortals target firing the Ravs. Not ideal. Storm's actually coming in clutch still. Oh my god, actually, those storms came in really good. Trigger morph some Archons. He needs to buy some time. This Roach Rav army's crazy. And Trigger's a big... If that Immortal was out, this would be a lot different. Oh, the probes try to go back to mine. This is looking rough. Oh, but Archon's good, but Trigger just doesn't have the army supply. It's 120 army supply of Zerg. Not all here, but just coming across the map as it pops. Unlucky for Trigger. I think this is looking pretty over in game number 1. GG. Little unlucky on, so we had a little bit of a few mistakes, but do happen. It do happen. I think other than the Oracles game, that was a little rough. I missed that, but at the same time, you know. Oof. All right, here we are. Going on to game number 2, the grand finals. The grandest of finals. The only thing keeping me up other than the coffee I'd put into me was, which is dissipating, is the fact that Trigger's here against Solar. And this time we are on Gressvan, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. He's red, representing Basilisk Gaming. Give it up for Trigger. And his opponent in the upper left. Give it up for Onside Gaming's Solar. Looking for a standard opener again. Oh, so far, we'll see. Solar, we never know. Trigger going again to force a triangle third. Could he make it on Gressvan? Looks like he may just do so. Trigger is going to have that over pretty quickly. Yep. Yes, sirree. Solar just going to go right to triangle third. And that be it. Little victories, I guess. Trigger going to scout it out. Yeah, he's going to C-tuck it. And just go up and mineral harass, probably. Very crazy outcome today, guys. I'm really... Win or lose, I'm very proud of Trigger. I have that founder badge on his channel, even though I wasn't able to subscribe to him all the time. I'm not able to subscribe to everybody all the time anyway, but Trigger, I knew would be... I remember when he was like under 500 followers and nobody was watching his stream. You know, he had a rough time because of his internet and stuff. He still does. It's Canadian internet and stuff like that, but where he's located. Alright, probe going to be a little more annoying, but took some hull damage. He has to be careful. Anyway, it's just going to be a 20 core after the 20 Nexus. Just stand. A nice wall, though. A decent wall. Looks a little linear, but do be okay. I think it does check out. It's a little better than a hero wall, to say the least. Shout out to Hero for the most amazing walls in Starcraft. I love Hero. He's a really nice... All these guys are nice guys, but... Hero is just... The smiling assassin, as they call him, he actually is smiling for a reason. He's just a good... Got a good dude, personality, good dude. Alright. Probe being a little bit testy here. It's metabolic opener, so this is going to be a delayed third anyway. So you're going to find no delay. And, yeah. It's just going to go down. I guess he's buying some time, I suppose. That's about it. So that's actually a tough read and timing that the next one. Oh, Solar's going to let him escape. Depth cheekily coming in from this side. Not going to be scouted from the Overlord. The Queen is going to be here. Oh, no, Trigger. Oh, he thought he was going to get a cheeky chance in, but Solar was in position. You do have the Lings somewhere. All right, let's see here. Yeah, they're just defensively up in the main. Trigger going to be annoying with this again. I like that trick. That is a good one. Look at this. He's forcing all kinds of lost mining time. Trigger going to evacuate and not take any hull damage for now. Or health damage, I should say. It's a biological Protoss unit. It ain't no robot. You Adept. Oh, Adept. Wow, look at that play from Solar. He anticipated it and had the Lings ready to catch it. Still Trigger with the sick micro. Oracle going to clean up the rest of the Lings and saves the Adept with just 8 HP. Trigger going for another hero build-ish. A little later than the super. It's still sub 4 minutes, but it's barely about the same. Adept is going to clean up one of the Lings. Probe's in trouble, but that's all right. That was the hero probe that took care of the hatch. Oh, probe is going to not go down. Okay, wow, that hero probe still stays alive. Oracle finds some damage. Yeah, 3 kills on the Oracle was the Lings, but still put some pressure, denying more mining time. Let's take a look at the income graphs. Trigger is securing the income lead for a good amount of time in the beginning of the game. Roach Warren and Spores coming down from Mr. Solar. He's even going for the Roach Warren in the third. Trigger's going to scout that out. He could use that information later. Oracle's in trouble. Trigger! Oh, I hate when that happens. It's so sad. So close to losing. It's because the Lings get into the main base. Trigger has a third Oracle this time. He's just going for Twilight. There is no Forge this game right now. So a little different, a bit of play from Trigger. He's got the third Oracle. That third Oracle comes in clutch defensively. And I think this could be stopped. Let's see. Warp gate's done, of course. The third base is going to be harassed. There's Zealot being warped in over here. And some lost mining time for Trigger, but not really. There's more Lings coming in. Solar loves his Lings, but 10 Roaches popping behind this. Queen's getting that creep spread. Is this going to be a Roach Queen walk or something? That's a lot of Roaches and a lot of Lings coming. Trigger doesn't have a Robo yet. He's going into Blink Stalkers. So if this is a timing attack, this could be kind of rough. It looks like it very well could be. Oh, Trigger scouts this. He needs to drop batteries. He's going to do so. He might even need to drop a pylon. I should have put this on Mapu's. Let me take a look who's steadfast, cranky pig. Mapu. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm letting Mapu observe. Dave's tired. And honestly, he's a tremendous observer. Stalker's warping to the main. Meanwhile, this push comes in. Oh, the Oracle comes down. What we needed is stasis wards. He does have one, but it's kind of far back. I think he should have focused everything in full committal stasis wards. Not the stasis we're looking for. One shield battery finishes. Trigger cancels that other because he knows it's in jeopardy. There are so many stasis wards actually blocking the mining. But Trigger knows he has to save the base. Blink is not done yet. A Void Ray's forced out. The Oracle desperately trying to get some work done on the Queens that can't transfuse because there's no creep. There's still batteries, but they're running out of energy. There's one left with some energy here. Trigger trying to get more in, buying time for Blink, buying time for units, just trying to hold, because if he holds, he pretty much has this. A layer's coming down. Oh, GG. Solar takes game number 2. And meanwhile, Trigger's just thinking, look at Zerg. Just look at him. Poor Trigger. Solar playing very well, though. What a damn timing attack. I think the problem is when you're doing the hero build against a player like Solar, he's so used to it. I mean, it's been in the meta for a while, but like Solar really had responses to different responses earlier on, and now he's coming up with new shit. And it's not just all Ling. He's like the master of Ling run buys. And we'll see what happens. All right, guys. All right. I really got to get going to some stuff, but I'm hoping for a reverse sweep. All right, here we are. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Trigger in the red, who needs to win 3 games to come back in a surprising reverse sweep. And his opponent in the upper left, he's blue. Give it up for Solar, our Zerg player. Ooh, Trigger's doing something spicy. He's going for an assimilator before anything. Unless he was floating. No, that was definitely an assimilator before anything. So Trigger's got something cheeky in mind here. Solar just going for... Yeah, okay, he's going to be able to take it. Trigger not going for a gate scout or any scout. Solar had a chance to cheese here. Okay, look at this. Trigger's actually skipping a worker on this to go right to the gas. And he's going to rally this guy for a Nexus. Or is he going to go core? He might go core, no? 16 sat, or 15 satch is a little weird. Because you don't get that Nexus as early. Solar are going to do something more aggressive after, that's the question. I'm kind of curious. I see some of these builds. Trigger's plan, okay. He's going for the Nexus. He's still keeping gas saturation as a priority. Interestingly enough, but everything kind of checks out. Little delayed core, but I don't think that matters too much. It's not super consequential. If he's really nervous, he could get a Zealot. But that's about all he'd need to do. Everything else would be pretty normal at this point in the game. Solar, yeah, he is set up pretty normally here. Trigger just now going for the scout. Overlord's gonna scout out everything looking pretty normal. Pretty sure Solar's gonna not really notice too much yet. Trigger just got the gas hatch and everything. And Solar is he gonna pull off gas when he gets to metabolic range? Yep, he is gonna start pulling off gas. And researching metabolic boost immediately for the third base. Okay, the Adept's coming out right away. Got a Stargate immediately. Trigger with a little bit of a gas bank too ahead of time. So, okay, look at this. The Adept's going to be able to target the Lings for now. Pathing do be a problem, but guess what? All right, Trigger coming in here. Ling is just going to walk by this. He wants to be annoying. Metabolic's a ways away. It's going to get a full scout, though. A free scout on the Stargate. But ultimately, that Ling is dead. There's a Ling in the front. Stock. Oh, no, it's a probe. Never mind. What I'm definitely feeling the tired guys. Stalker is out. And we'll see what happens from here. Alright, Dep gets in another Ling. And it's going to be more Queens for now. Metabolic on the way. A couple more Lings getting put out because there's an Adept. Queens alone could probably handle it, but yeah. Metabolic, you get some good stuff. Does get a drone. Does he get another? Yeah, no. Nice save by Solar, but still it's some extra loss. Trigger, you got to be more careful of those oracles, bud. Oh, boy. Kind of should have not engaged there. Yeah, okay, he's trying to get those drones, but the Queens are going to be able to make it over there because the creep spread. And that's about it. The Ling's going to go put some pressure on it. Actually, he's going for a third Oracle. Adept attempted to be warped in. He's going to be surrounded. Okay, the shield battery is going to be targeted for a second by some time. The Oracle's getting 3 drones. Do back off. Shield battery is going to be able to complete it. It did take some damage, but still. The other Oracle coming out is going to be kind of nice for Trigger. He's getting double gas behind this. I'm curious what the play is now. Oracle's trying to get some more damage as well. 2 kills and 1. Some of it was Ling. Third Oracle is coming. That is a little different story. What he could do with them is try to deny the fourth base, which could be pretty huge. Hey, Evan. With the frog. Oracles. Gonna scout for the fourth. Don't see it just yet. I mean, that'd usually be a little later. Unless you're going for a super greedy fourth. Not super greedy, but, you know, perfect macro fourth, I guess. Oh, Trigger loses that one Oracle. Is gonna lose another. 100%. Oh, that's not what we want to see, but still, Trigger is doing his best, and he's feeling good about these EPT points right now. Just the fact that he's right here, right now in the finals is a beautiful thing. All right, that being said, Oracle is going to go away. Gets 7 drones in total, but still, for the cost of 2 Oracles, that is just not worth it. Let's see the battle. Okay, there is no battle report. We're not using Observer++. Overseer is going to be morphed in. Going to get some nice vision. And Solar just injecting it up. He's actually staying on three bases for longer. He's going to go for a timing attack, it looks like. He's just now dropping his... Okay, now he's dropping his fourth. But he is starting to pump out the Roach. Make it a Roach. Trigger's only going to blink Stalkers for this. He might be able to get +1 out. The Changeling did drop from the Overseer, but we'll see if the Stalker can take care of the Overseer. I don't think so. Stalker in the front. Trying to hold... Ling's going to continue the assault. Another Stalker coming from the back, though. It's kind of nice. The other one gets in. Will he be able to clean these up? The answer is yes. Trigger does clean up the Zerglings. Make it a Roach. +1 ranged attacks and Glial Reconstitution coming as the fourth base is coming down. Trigger going for a fourth of his own at 630. What the deuce? I don't know. It's going to be a lot of solar. Trigger's going to try to get some pressure on and get some information. That Ling on the side is going to be a nuisance. Okay, he's going to clean up some creep spread, but I don't know if that's enough. Oh my god, that Overseer lives with just 2 HP. I think it was even 1 possibly. Originally before, but might have regened. Okay, a couple more creep tumors getting cleaned up on the side. Blink is going to finish in 6 seconds, but that could allow Solar a run by. Instead, he's going to run right to the fourth. Not a bad move. Blink has completed, and Trigger needs it back the heck away. There's a lot of transfuses here. Ling's getting some good harass over here. More Stalkers getting warped in, however. And what is going to happen here? Shield battery is pretty injured, but oh, Trigger can blink down. It buys him some time. Does he warp in another unit here? That's the question. Okay, maybe not. Trigger not going into charge or anything. He does have +1. He's trying to go for a timing, maybe? I don't know. He doesn't have that much army to fight. Solar just has this incredible army right now. Solar getting a Ling run by. He's so good at Ling run bys. It's actually cracked at him, in fact. Beautiful stasis ward, though. Does catch 6 roaches. Not a bad catch of this. That's going to segment off some of the army. The Ling's going to be a bit of a nuisance as well. But still, Trigger's getting some trades. Oh, the Ling. Oh, Trigger. He lost 7 workers behind this. That's feeling bad, man. Still has a good amount. Has the 4th base up as well. Solar going for the 5th. So that's more Zorg production. Roachy boys fighting hard. +2 on the way. Charge coming as well. Another gate. Trigger is going to recall. And he's going to have to cancel this. He does cancel. That was a beautiful cancel, actually. And, yeah, Stalker's blinking, cleaning up some of the Lings. However, most of the Roaches are on the other side of the map. No Ravs right now. We'll see what happens from here. No Robo either. This is like truly hero style. However, the Roach run by coming in. Oh boy, there's nothing in the main but a Stalker. Trigger's gonna have to make some decisions here. He can get some good work, but he has to respect this. Usually you get Zealots on one side and you're usually stabbing with the Zealots and poking on another side with the Stalkers when you're doing the hero play. At least that's how he used to play it. It's like old school. That being said, a lot of probes look like they're in trouble. Stalker's gonna blink in, try to clean some of this up. Zealots are warped in because it's basically what he needs. The Oracles should be coming with this army a little bit. Trigger trying to take the fight on the other side while defending, and is gonna do somewhat of a good job cleaning this up. Zealot gonna help a little too. Okay, there another Roach goes down. Did Trigger? Yeah, he's more worried about losing his whole army. Stasis Ward comes in clutch, but there's so many Roaches and Ravagers. Trigger has no AoE. There's gonna be a Lurker Den. Trigger is not gonna be able to get like Disruptors out in time. He does have a Stargate, but we'll see.
Who wants to have some fun?
Yo, Foxer, thanks for the raid. I hope you had a fantastic stream, bro. Good to see ya, and welcome. Thanks for the follow. Right, left. 2468. I hope you had a fantastic stream, and sorry if there's ads. I need to be better about tournaments and running ads separate. Hope you had a good stream. Guys, make sure you give Foxer a follow. All right, and we are looking at our boy Trigger. We're hoping he can get a dub in here. Solar's playing so good, but that being said, it is the Americas, and Trigger's made it to the grand finals. We are on a 2-minute delay, so I apologize. Somebody could shout out Foxer. I'm hoping any of the mods are left that... Oh my good lord. Stasis could have got super money, but gets a little bit of the army, not too much, and at the same time, Trigger's got the 2 oracles here to flank this. There's banelings, there's lurkers coming with seismic spines, and Trigger with no other tech other than gateway. He doesn't even have a robotics facility, even for observers. Oh, the banelings are going to connect with this ultimately. Trigger tries his best to split it off, but 12 workers fall. He does have a 5th base. He's going to try desperately to push in here. But seismic spines, lurkers would be a problem. Actually, it's just everything's a problem. Solar's army supply is terrifying. Trigger's down in an inverted number, 86 to 68 workers. It's looking very rough. Charge lots warped in. He's going to help a bit. Trigger's going to try to find some damage. The Oracle's got to stay alive, because he's going to need rev tags if nothing else. There comes the 5 Hydras, which will be upgraded lurkers. Adrenal glands on the way. Trigger going into armor for these stalkers and zealots. But you know what? He just doesn't have the tools. This match has turned into like a ZVZ almost feeling. But yeah, Trigger just stayed on this. He doesn't even have a Templar Archives for Archons for the other stuff for Storm. But like, yeah, I feel like he should have made a Robo, even Immortals, anything. He had no chance to in a way, but I think he was getting too aggressive in ways he shouldn't have before. It's looking kind of rough. He's got his worker count back up. But again, it's all going to come down to the tech. We see Hydras. We should know Lurkers is our possibility now. It's tier 3 Zerg. Oh, actually, Trigger only has 2-1 for upgrades to make things worse, which is unlucky. Okay, a couple Stasis Wards do get some good shots, and Stalkers and Zealots trying to put the work down. The 3 Lurkers coming. I think we still have those 2 Oracles. We do. There's Hydras now, though, so Trigger is going to have to respect that. More Hydras being morphed, too, and more Stalkers on the other hand of it. Wait, he's hitting the rocks. I think that's a misclick. Maybe not. These are lurker positions. Oh my god, what a chat. He's just dropping more gateways. Going into +3, but we're looking at a very upgraded Zerg. +3 ranged attacks and +1 Carapace. He has +2 melee. This is a very, very scary Solar. Everything about Solar's army is insanely scary. Oh, the Banelings coming in on injured Stalkers. We were hoping for a reverse sweep or at least a game 5. But you know what? It's looking kind of rough here. Once those Lurker boys come out, it's just the army supply. Look at this. It's 112 to 60. Pure gateway, man. Trigger may have got all the bases in the planet. Even has this base. He's going to try a run by desperately. But behind this with Lurkers, it's rough. The Banelings were stasis warded, but they're about to come in. This base is going to fall. 18 workers fall for Trigger. He's got 69. Nice. 69 workers. Oh, but still Trigger making it this far with 2 of them and Gumiho. And Solar. Or not Solar. Gumiho and then Bion. The fall at the hands of Solar, it would look like. I'd love to have some Hopium right now, guys, but GG is called. Solar takes it in a 3-0, but you know what? Trigger played damn well, making it to the 2nd place. And with that being said, I'm going to shout out Foxer. Thank you. And yeah, still Trigger making it there. It is insane. I'm very happy to see that Trigger made it to the grand finals. That being said, that's actually pretty cool. So he's still walking with $100 and tons of EPT points. And we'll see what happens from here.